some kind of things, then will make you a demigod. Then everybody start listening to you on almost everything. Some things that you are saying that does not actually really make sense. You now become an authority on everything because you have a voice that people listen to, right? Because even a public figure, you should hold the people that are following you, some sense of responsibility, not to mislead them, not to misinform them, right? That does not happen. Anybody that is in public, you see them speaking about everything, you know, passing clear misinformation, of course, from the place of their own ignorance as well, right? So when I see some things that it says or some things that it does, I'm wondering why. But it's a public figure, it's a public figure. But I can't blame people that have made him a demigod and are like portraying him that is above arrest. I can't really blame them. Some ones that have gone to a stupid extent of saying they're going to close down GTB or they're going to withdraw. How much do you have in your account that you want to? If you are really doing good business with GTB, or you have a long-standing account, or you have anything that make mean itself, you not even be saying that. That just tells us the kind of country we have found ourselves. But can I blame them? I cannot blame them, right? Because the people that we voted in, our lawmakers, they once invited that man because he was fighting with Bobrisky over something. We were all here now. When they invited him to this thing. They invited that man. The people you voted in, they invited him to come and talk.
We cannot speak.
And before he get there, and he created content. He used that to create content. He wear rapper, he carry something, they do before he enter. He reached the sector, say, if you don't bring somebody, I will not talk. People that we voted in, everybody did there. Everybody did there. Are they not giving him credibility? You are not blaming small children. Some of them that failed JAMB. I say they want to go and close their account. No. The people that owe us responsibility, there's a way they behaved. There's a way they've given him that importance. They gave him importance. He went to office of Bumi Ojo. He was almost like endorsing our minister. Did you see it? So why should we now want to blame ordinary Nigerians for saying certain things? Or why should we want to blame very dark man himself if he has seen himself above the law? There's a way he has been treated by those in authority that should know better. So, seriously, I cannot blame very dark man. If it's chasing clout, content generation is about chasing clout. But those that are supposed to be in the serious business of making laws also use dark man to chase clout, yes or no? Dark man and Bobrisky were fighting over something in prison. You are calling dark man, you are making, if it is me and you that did that thing, would they call us? So for me, we should just we should just ask ourselves questions and be sincere with ourselves, right? I'm not going. If clout can be chased and you're a content creator, you use everything to chase clouts. You must not give him the clouts. Now you give him, and he will harvest the clout. He will mine the clout, and he will use the clout to his own advantage. It's as simple as that. But my own problem is when I see people in power doing certain things too. So that is also an endorsement. That is also, the state's, imprimatur saying, okay, we are endorsing this person. So why should you now? So if me as an ordinary Nigerian, I saw that National Assembly, and he created content. He wore rapper, he wore everything, he was speaking there. I will believe that, yes, you actually owe me an explanation for arresting my hero because you have also made him an hero. So it's either here nor there. We can criticize what has gone wrong. If actually DSS is involved, then I don't know, it might be a serious issue, right? But we can criticize what they've done wrong in the process of arrest rather than saying they have no right to arrest or they owe us one explanation or that. But you see, this country, I'm just saying one day, may they not put this country on top Temu or Alibaba and just sell us. Because from the top to bottom, sometimes we just wonder how people are saying, what is the business of GTB? So if they arrest her for church now, we will close church down, or we will denounce our faith, say we will not be Christian again, or if now mosque, we go say we will not be. They say we will just move in this country. Somebody will just blow one powder, and everybody will just move, hey, like that. But anyway, God go help us, yeah. So that's just what I have to say. Thank you.
Okay, please, Mr. Daniel, let me just say this about Mr. Daniel. What, he said something. Sorry. No verse. Mr. Daniel, I agree with you completely. But I think I misinterpreted what that person mean, or I just read it from the context of what the person was saying, meaning that very dark man is not the kind of, it doesn't hold that particular position in the country such that the public will be demanding for an explanation. I don't know if you understand what I mean. What I mean is that you go and arrest. If you go and arrest Similar Fubara, governor of Rivers State, the public will demand, why are you arresting him? For example, if you arrest Senator Onyekachi Nwebonyi, the public will demand, why are you arresting this senator? But very dark man, if you arrest Victor Osimhen, the public will demand, why are you arresting Victor? Because Victor Osimhen is representing Nigeria on international stage. Am I correct? Yes. He holds a position in the Nigerian setting because he is representing Nigeria. If you arrested Toby Amuson, we will ask you why, because Toby Amuson represented Nigeria on international stage. But very dark man did not hold any position. He is not registered with any professional body. He is not even registered. If he's registered with Actors Guild of Nigeria, we can.
But sorry for cutting. You see, what you are saying, you understand, you are right. But let us also remember, to some people, that very dark man represents like a prisoner of conscience.
God bless you, Mr. Daniel.
To them,
God bless you, Mr. Daniel.
You understand? Is somebody, you see, you are from your own position, you understand, you are saying, this person represents Nigeria. Some people actually see very dark man as somebody that is speaking for the downtrodden in this country. And they might not be entirely wrong. And like I said, our House of Assembly has also given certain endorsement by saying, come and talk to us. If me and you talk for you, they no go call us. They called him. He wore a pie. He was doing juju. Blessing carry one juju man. Say we follow and we say they do. They use that.
Traditional dress.
And no be content. No. Now content now. He does not wear it on a normal day, but he wore that thing to also show that I am going here, I am there. He didn't wear his normal black singlet. Did he wear his normal black? That is also part of content creation. So whether we like it or not, they also used our National Assembly for part of content creation. Those are people that me and you voted in. And that is because they know that certain people listen to that very dark man. Certain people follow him. Certain is a voice of some people. So if you remember, what I said is that, how do we make people public figure? What qualifies people to be public figures? So what you are saying, in a normal society, it should be people that have contributed to society. It's people that have done certain things. But unfortunately, we are in an era where if you come today and you do certain things and you carry your ring light, Pella on TikTok is a public figure, whether I like it or not. Pella can drive narrative. You see, we can be here, we might not like it, but those people, they have thousands, if not millions, of people that listen to them. That is the society that we have found, ourselves, unfortunately. So but understand where you are coming from. I don't want to correct that, opinion that you can be a public figure for actually even doing the wrong things. You understand? Or even the right things without being any part of sports. To some people, very dark man is also entertaining them, whether I like it or not. All those fights where they always insult people. It's also part of entertainment to some people, right? It might not be entertaining to me and you because of maybe where we are in our society. But we should remember that we have different demographics and different segments in society. But I always just get worried when our elected officials also become part of these things.
Is Bello third year public figure?
Do you understand? You see, this is the
Bello Toji.
is it a public figure?
You see,
Hello,
let me tell
please.
you.
I'm the one that said Very
You
Dark
see,
Man is a public figure. Sorry to cut you guys short. I said Very Dark Man is a public figure. Now, why I say that, because if you check examples of public figures online, you see that you see a politician or a government official, you see a celebrity or an entertainer, you see an athlete or a sports star, you see a business leader or an entrepreneur, and you see an activist or a social media reformer. I don't know if you get my point. When you say a public figure, somebody that is recognized by the public, it doesn't mean that he must hold a position, a significant position.
Bishop, like I said, I misconstrued. What I'm saying is that he is not that kind of figure, such that Nigerians see. I'm not saying what I mean. I said I collaborated with what Mr. Daniel said. A public figure such that Nigerians will be demanding. You understand? Nigerians will be demanding. Normal Nigerians will now be demanding and say, "You must tell us." EFCC cannot tell if they don't want to tell you why they arrested Very Dark Man. They hold that right not to inform you about that until his case is heard in the court. If you are interested, you can attend the case in court. But if you arrest Godswill Akpabio, he doesn't have immunity. Nigerians will need to know. We need to know the reason why you arrest him. We need to know because he hold for a public position of trust. He hold public position. Very Dark Man, he might be an activist. People might know him or all that, but he doesn't hold any public position of trust. He doesn't. So that is the reason. That is where I'm going. Let's not drive it away. I understand.
Mr. Yedika, sorry to interject. I came up when you are speaking. The something is that in the past we have had a lot of people who they did not hold public, something, but they actually have their follower who believe in them, and unfortunately, that is the way it will always be. Either they are right. Don't forget Fela Nicola Ukuti. Go and have a look at history to an extent. You understand? He could move, to get things, either destroy. We have had in history where Fela actually moved about 2 tankers of shit down to Abiola's house. We have had, all those things, and people followed him. That the moving shit to go and drop in someone's house or in the office is actually not something, that we all encourage.
Yeah,
but that was what happened.
my brother, you don't understand where
We are
I'm
talking
going.
about the DECA.
You are not understanding where I'm going.
Deca
We
is
are talking
different.
about
Deca is
DECA
different.
No,
They
no,
met
you
at
don't
Deca.
understand what I mean. What I mean is that he is not somebody that such that the EFCC hold that obligation to inform you. That is where I'm saying. I'm not trying
No,
to.
Mr. Deka, I think you are getting it wrong. Even the police will not speak like this. Police know internally that there are some set of people, when they get them arrested, they have that obligation to come out in order not to create more havoc internally. I'm sure they know that. I have just seen, I posted something now where one of the representatives have come out to say there are various series of allegations laid against Very Dark Man, that in due process they will come out, in due time they will come out to tell people what they are. They may be doing their investigation, but we all need to be careful not to actually die before the arrival of the dead. You understand?
Exactly,
That's what I would just tell Nigerians.
but Chief, this is exactly what I'm saying. See, what people are saying, I understand this. What people are saying is that, oh, tell us the reason, tell us the charges. The police can come out and tell you there are a series of allegations. That is what the police can tell you.
But Mr. Oyedika, you know that everybody get their own follower. They get how they react. So I'm not going to be taking some of these guys, because I actually, personally, I think it is out of stupidity that you go and close your account and withdraw your 3,000, that you have, and you are making video. That's not the way to handle.
And Chief, Chief, sorry, let me also, before I forget, sorry. You see, people that say, oh, you have to, so if not, he can go and tell people to go and buy. See, let me tell you, GTB, in case we don't know, we Nigerians think GTB is just, we are looking at it as a private organization. Nigerian banks, GTB, Access Bank, Zenith Bank, they might be owned by private individuals, but they are public institutions. In case we don't know,
Yes,
In case you,
shareholders.
in case you don't know, I have to be corrected. They are
You are
public.
right. They are
They are
shareholders.
public
man.
institutions. You see,
Mr. Oyedeka, one thing we all know, we've been saying this. Personally, myself, Ayodele Afolabi, I will not support anyone that want to set ablaze those things we actually struggle to build. And we are looking forward for our children to enjoy. You understand? We don't have anything, but those little ones, the little things that we do have, we'll do everything to protect them. That's just where I stand. And that is why when they say people are going, to have said this during hand bad government, hand bad SARS, hand all of this. I will never be, if I'm standing beside you when you are setting something that I would have enjoyed after the stuff or before, you are setting in a before you understand? We said that time without number. You
okay.
understand on this space.
Yeah. So
You know,
what I'm saying is that it's a if you go to Mr. Daniel's shop, Mr. Daniel's company shop, if Mr. Daniel's company, and then you burn down Mr. Daniel's um, shop, pharmacy company, for example, Mr. Daniel will go and sue you, take you to court for arson, isn't it? But if you go ahead and burn down GTB, the government will hold you responsible. I'm telling you. They will see it as if you have burned down Central Bank because
Let them try it now.
Mr. Daniel,
they,
Mr.
they
Daniel,
just
am I
try it,
correct?
Let them
Mr.
try it.
Daniel.
They go
GTB is
see.
not just
Just on try.
Of course
it's
now.
a public
Of course
institution
now.
because let me tell you, there was a time America declared some bank like JP Morgan as too big to fail. What they mean by too big to fail does not mean that they cannot fail. What it means is that their failure will affect the economy of America negatively. That is what they mean by too big to fail. So GTB and all these banks you see, when people say, oh, I want to go and withdraw, you think any reasonable person that have any business will go and close down GTB bank because of very dark man?
Mr. Oyedeka, let me also say something that, there is actually nothing wrong because Yoruba people always say when we cry, you understand, we should be able to see the nose. There is nothing wrong, and I stand to be corrected. Nothing wrong from people asking when, how, why, who arrested him. It's okay. But the EFCC or the police can say, invite the family or anybody to discuss that with them if need be. If they think something could happen due to the kind of relationship, maybe the group of people is following and everything. We know how this thing works sometimes. You understand? But they have that right to act because they are Nigerians. And it is also in the place of the EFCC or the police or the Nigerian government to say that have the right to have a look of things before they come and put the record out. Because if they don't put the record straight and just tell you that this is what we are getting in for, well, one thing I know for sure is that the people who ask, they have the right. Either the only thing I don't want you to do is in the process of asking that, you will now say they should go and set my father's house ablaze that is beside GT Bank, or go and do this and do that. No, we are not going to agree. We said that several times because I've seen that the time we have now, this time, if anything happen, some people use that avenue. They use that time to do another. I told you this is what the country is. We are not going to allow you to destroy the country. That's just it. Because a lot of people have seen it. There is no problem. People in America get angry with their government. It's all right. But when you want to set everything ablaze, that's what we are not going to agree. I will hit the mic now. And thanks, Mazi.
All right, thank you very much, Chief. You see, that's why I want to educate people. Don't be viewing. You say you can go and close your account. That's your business. But don't look at GT and say, oh, it's being owned by what is that man name? Agbaje or what? No. He might be the highest shareholder in that bank, or Tony Elumelu as for UBA. But don't view it. GTB is a public institution. It's a public institution. It's the way you see MPA, Nigerian Post Authority, or It's just the same way because of GTB holds some certain strategic position in Nigerian economy. And it is being regulated by the Central Bank of Nigeria. In case you don't know, GTB is being regulated by the Central Bank of Nigeria, and they can distribute a Nigerian currency through GTB. There's a lot, some kind of public functions that the government want to do. They will do it through GTB, either withdrawal of notes, distribution of notes, and some certain financial activities that the government want to do. They will do it through those they call it financial institutions. So if you are doing it, know that GTB is not a private it's not private owned. It is a government institution.
Mr. Onyeka, I get your point. GTB is a private, and anybody is saying that they want to go and burn down GTB, they are just still saying it just to chase clout. Nobody is doing it. Nobody will do it. That's
Yeah,
that's what it is. They're just doing it to just chase clout.
please, guys. Mazda, sorry, I just came on here not for a submission per se, but for a question, right? Because I was on a space one time and I was saying that why did EFCC arrest him and not put out any statement? And everybody were coming at me like, no, they don't have any, they don't, it's not anybody's business and all that. Yeah, and I was even giving instances how people that we don't even know, somebody spray money in Ajangbadi, and there is on EFCC's just a mere tweet on EFCC's Twitter and page to to give reasons why he was arrested and all that. Now I now went through EFCC's reviews, arrest and bail procedures, and their legal head said that detention of suspects without a remand warrant for unreasonable length of time beyond the constitutionally allowed period must henceforth stop. Now, we all know that the constitution allowed is 48 hours. So why has he even been detained for over that without a remand warrant? And why didn't they just make a mere tweet to say, oh, this guy is with us, we're investigating, and then we'll release details later? If they had done this, it would have probably stopped the fake news that was going up and down. BBC Pigeon says this one, and they were Rufai says that one, and they were saying it's fake news. So it would have just saved face. If you don't say that they shouldn't, it's their right not to come out and say whatever they want to say, but they just need to, just keep because it's public. It's a person that of public interest. So they need to just give us something. So, oh, he's with us and we are working on it. We'll tell you guys later. Just that mere 2 sentence tweet would have saved them a lot of this shalayin that they are saying somebody is peddling fake news and everybody is talking up and down. That's just what I say about the whole situation. So what is the constitutionally allowed period for reform of our institutions? This is one of the issues. Do you understand? So that's why if anybody has any interpretation of that constitutionally allowed period, let them maybe enlighten us further. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Quick one here. Can I speak, please?
Yes, please go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, great, thank you. Regarding the GT Bank, I heard someone talking about people going to the bank to close their account and all of that, totally uncalled for and all. Now, let's get the point straight here. The whole thing started when there was an unauthorized transaction in his mother's account. I've been a victim before, where someone hacked into my account, moved that money, and I went to the banking hall to make a complaint. The guy that was attending to me laughed. Why? Because the money that was removed from my account was not as huge as what anyone would have expected it to be. But on my other account, because my 3 other accounts were actually, hacked, Zenith, GT Bank, and then Fidelity. A very huge amount of money was removed from my Zenith Bank account. For GT Bank, it was just, some tiny amount. And the guy laughed, and I looked at him like, you laughed over this issue where your network has loophole that anybody can just come in, go into the account, remove money without trace, without anything, and you're not doing anything about it. So I was really pissed that very day. And the next thing I just told myself, I think I'm done with these guys. I close my account. Now, those people closing their account regarding this issue, they are not doing it because they just want to show solidarity to VDM or something. No, it is because of the discrepancies, because of the um, negligence of the bank not being able to protect people's money. If I am banking with you and you can't give me a proper explanation why my money is missing without me knowing, it calls for questioning. And I don't think I can trust an institution like that that cannot, protect my money when I know that when you told me that, oh, I should come and bank with you and my money is safe. Do you get? So that's for that. Now, on the issue of VDM, it was actually adopted, and we all know his position in the society, even if most people don't, regard him to be anything or something. For someone like him, when he was being picked, the EFCC have more than 48 hours to have kept him if they want to, Saturday and of course Sunday. On Monday, it is expected that at least they would have given the public an official statement to say that this is the reason why we actually, should I use the word adopt this guy or picked him up on the road and arrested him, detained him. If they have done that, that would have been a perfect you know, wait for the public to understand that, okay, fine, yes, this guy is under investigation, is being, detained, why the investigation is being carried out and all of that. And everybody would be at peace. Putting the country in a chaos in this kind of situation really does not make sense. We shouldn't blame it on the citizens that are going out to say they want to protest, because this is someone that actually speaks for people that are actually voiceless, that cannot speak for themselves. Now, if you go around, if you check very well, this same guy is the kind of person, for those people, mocking him today that he has been picked up and all of that. If those people are being picked up in this same manner, this is the same person that will come out and say, picking this guy in this manner is actually wrong. Do you get my point? So while we are all on this and all of that, we expect that EFCC should come out to say, this is the reason why we detain him. Allow his family to have access to him, to give him food and all of that if they want, if they want to. With that, the tension will reduce and people will focus more on what is really disturbing the nation. VDM issue is just a total distraction. And I believe ESCC is being used as a tool or something, allegedly. That's my take. Thanks.
Hello, Mazi. Can I give a short point, please? Briefly.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
All right, thank you. So I spoke earlier and I just wanted to add on what
I wanted to
I
engage, I wanted to engage the last speaker. I didn't know. Before you gave, I think I wanted to engage the last speaker. Before you go, sorry. I wanted to engage the last speaker. So when
EFCC have released a statement.
So, oh yeah, hold on. When you said the last speaker, I'm talking about the last speaker, not you now. When you said that it's because of mismanagement of fund of people in GTB, that is the reason why people are withdrawing their money, people are closing down their bank. Please, why didn't they? Why did they wait? Why did they wait till now? They are not protesting. They are not using VDM to go and shine and be closing down. People saying we are going to burn down GTB headquarters or branches in across the state. If you have account there, go and close it down. Go and withdraw your money. Why did they wait? Since they know that the way Amana GTB officers have been managing their account, their fund is not okay by them. Why did they wait till now? Why did they wait?
Okay, now let me give you an example here. They said when something is being done to a vulnerable person, if it repeats himself over and over again, it has a length. The person can take it and the person will have to voice out. Now, it may have happened to somebody, and because they feel it may sound stupid because they feel like it's just only them that the thing is happening to. Because I felt like I was the only person that it must have happened to and all of that. You get it? So for them to have taken that kind of decision, it would have looked so absurd. Like, okay, let me just ignore it. Probably I'll just look for a way and see how I can manage the situation. But for it to have repeat himself again, and somebody else also complaining, shows that yes, I have confirmed for myself that this bank is not worthy enough to hold my money. So for that reason, I am angry, going to the bank to remove my money and put it somewhere else that I feel is safer. And on the other aspect of, you're talking about people going to burn down buildings and all of that. We all know that each time there's a protest in the country, these people are being divided. Now we have the people who have genuine intention to go and make known to the government what they are actually protesting for, what they actually want for the country to move forward. Now, on the other aspect, some persons that are being sponsored or with some persons with their ugly and unnatural motive will go and do something else. So this is the same reason why we feel it is when it comes to protest and all of that, for those people that want to engage in protest, they should try their best as much as possible to also safeguard lives and property of the country. Burning down the country, burning down buildings, burning down properties is a no-no when it comes to protest. So which is why we have placard. Make your explanation brief and short on the placard you are carrying. Hold it, display it, and let people see it. Now, if you're at the protest ground, you're not holding any of those material, then I don't think you're doing. You're obviously you're coming for something else. So these are
Elma,
the kind of
Elma,
people the police
Elma,
should go after. Yeah.
Elma, sorry. With what you are saying now, having witnessed the NSAS protest and the aftermath with the other protests after the NSAS, you are now, let's assume you are now the Lagos State governor or the president of Nigeria. Will you be more prepared for anything that has to do with protests in Nigeria?
Okay, good. Now let's not deviate now. Now we will not
No, no,
come
no, no.
back.
I'm not debating because you are talking about the protest, and that's one of
Yes,
the things we are against when it
yes,
comes to protest. Don't destroy, don't set
yes,
our things ablaze. You
yes.
understand? And when we are given the reason why some people can do it, why some, that's the reason why we divide. Because after the protest, we always suffer. Our children suffer. Our mothers and sisters suffer.
Now to
Many
come
police
in.
stations are still awaiting allocation for them to be rebuilt.
Yes. Now, Chief, to come into that situation now. Now, when it comes to protest, what are the issues? Why do these people want to protest? That is where the government come in. That is where dialogue comes in. That is when the government should be able to speak to the people and say, okay, calm down, I have heard you. This can be resolved. Now, a government that is proactive and all of that when it comes to decision making, by the time they do this, and I believe that people will listen and say, yes, this is the kind of government we want. They want a situation whereby they will talk to you and you should be able to listen and feel their pains and say, yes, we have heard you and we will address the issue as soon as possible. For that reason, there will be no protest. So if the government knows that yes, they actually have these people's heart at heart, they ought to do the needful to ensure that yes, there is peace and unity in the country. That's my take. Thank you very much, Chief.
So your justification is that people waited from day one when you notice that GTB is not treating you well, GTB customers are not treating you well. You waited until the arrest of VDM for people to start saying, go and close down your account, go and burn down GTB. I know you have not said that, for some of the people that is saying it, yeah. Sorry, don't get me wrong. All right. For people saying that, so because you are putting up a defense on behalf of them, that's the reason why I'm asking you this question, right? You notice that these people are not treating you right. All this why they waited until this thing came up, until the arrest of VDM came up before they started saying go and. I want to ask, had it been that VDM is being arrested where he went to go and worship God in the church or in mosque or anywhere else, or even where he went to go and do charity? Are they going to close that? Are you people going to say that you should close that place down as well?
Okay, now, sorry, we just have to be brief with our conversation. I believe other people have other things to say as well. Now, I'll take you back to when I said when something bad is done to a vulnerable person, if it's a repeated thing, there's how much this person can take. Now, to bring you back to what I said earlier, if you were listening carefully, I said, if it happens to me and I felt like, okay, it looked like I was the only one, probably maybe just a tiny mistake, I can overlook it and say, okay, let me trust them a bit. Tighten up my security a bit and all of that. But for somebody else to have done the same complaint shows that there is a lack of negligence among these people's management when it comes to finance, holding people's money. My money is no longer safe in that situation. So for that reason, I am making a hasty decision to close my account. That is what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's because VDM was arrested. If VDM must have arrested at maybe at the market or at the mosque or wherever church or wherever it is. Now we're still going to look. Any people, there may be people that may want to protest and say, church issue. This is the issue. This is why would the church allow this kind of situation? There are also people that will make the same complaint regarding that situation. So what we are saying here is in the essence is this: GTB need an explanation why why people's money is being missing when it comes to people complaining that someone hacked into my account. Why am I making this kind of payment? So it's more like what he said. He said someone used a mom's NIN to request for a loan. So which means if I take my NIN to a public photocopy shop to make photocopies, the person attending to me can make 2 copies and go behind my back to go and request for a loan that I do not know about. I don't know if you see what is
Emma,
happening here.
let me quickly take you on something. Let me cite a scenario because I'm going to be using this scenario based on the fact that the EFCC representative have came out and said there are series of allegations which we can't actually say the gravity of those things. Now, sometime in 1999, report has it that there was a lady who actually reported a case at the police station that the boyfriend was beating her. So police were sent to that house. On getting to that house, unknowing to people, you understand, while they were trying to, interrogate the guy, they found a pistol inside the house, with the guy. So they took the pistol and he was arrested, taken to the police station. Unknowingly to the people, this guy, you understand, was just a woman beater or just assault. You understand? But at the end of the day, the guy was detained more than 24 hours before people now realize that the phone. I'm not saying that is the case of video. I'm just, using a scenario so that you can know that there are some things we may not know that may be going on, especially when a government official came out to say there are series. So all I'm doing now is to wait for that series of allegations. What are they? Because we all have to. Because if you are saying it's a manslaughter, we've seen something on this page that people will say it's a manslaughter and it will turn out to be murder. And we will just go quiet. So
because
So, Mazi, sorry, I've been in and out and I've just been trying to ask.
let Ima respond to Chief, then respond to my question. Then we can take it up there. I know you have been here, CBO, trying to come up, but hold on, you will speak, right? Let Ima respond to that question. I think now that hold on, he has been anybody who has been here since morning will bear me witness that he have came up and dropped, right? So, and I was calling him on this space to come up again to request again. Maybe probably he just got the chance now and came up again. when Prof. Incredible was on the speaker session, everybody was on the speaker session. He came up and dropped again. So I'm not doing any pasha here. I'm just here to speak my truth and let Nigeria speak their truth. So, Grandmaster, I will cut off that your hand now. So let him speak. Doggy, don't drag me finish. Now you go come. Doggy, don't drag me this morning finish. Now you go come here, come they drag me again. I beg, I know won't drag. I'm not dragging again. Doggy, don't drag me like Tiger Generator since morning. So go ahead, Emma. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much, Chief. Now, regarding what you just said and the scenario you gave, yes, that's a fantastic one. Great, yeah. We are not saying that there are no petition, against VDM and all of that, like what the EFCC said. What people are saying is, if there are petitions, series of petitions against this guy, at least make it known to the public that this is the reason why we are arresting him. An investigation is being carried out carefully to ensure that, yes, he's being properly investigated and prosecuted according to the, covers of the law. What people are also saying is that if EFCC is saying that, preaching to the citizen that people should be law-abiding citizens and all of that, they should practice what they preach. All they are requesting for accountability for what they are doing. Now, let me take you back a bit to this former governor in Kogi. So I don't want to make sure his name we all know. When they were looking for him, they declared him wanted. Ignored. They went to his house. They said they were shooting and all of that. Still, he didn't come out. This guy came at his convenient time to the court, to EFCC and all of that, to answer questions that was against him. We're not saying they should do the same thing to VDM. No. They have their different method. They have their operando and all of that, how they operate. But accountability is all we are requesting for. If EFCC can be laughing at that kind of person in the society regarding, considering his status and all, the ordinary citizen is not different. They should apply the same method in everything they do. For that reason, a large number of people, large number of the citizens, large number of the community, we look at it and say, yes, these people are actually working. They are not being biased. From what people are saying, they feel what the EFCC is doing, they take it too hard on the poor people and, wine and dine with the rich or the politician and all of that. So, which is not what we want in a society where we feel we practice democracy. That's what I have to say. Thank you very much.
I want to even ask, where is the credibility of some of these people doing EFCC for the fact that Yahaya Bello is still a free man today? Shows that these people are not serious with what they are doing, right? For the fact that Yahaya Bello, people like Yahaya Bello, I'm talking about people like Yahaya Bello who paid his children's school fees up front with Kogi State money, shows that some of these people I'm not sure they are honest in fighting crimes. I'm telling the honest truth. I'm not sure they are being honest in saying that they are fighting a crime. I'm not sure. I'm not. Upon all the dramas, upon everything that happened within that time, Yahya Bello was actually literally placed on wanted till date. Wanted man till date. Yahya Bello is still a free man, attending weddings, attending funerals, going everywhere in Abuja. Not even he have not even slept for one day in EFCC custody. I'm not sure. Is it because he's a former governor? Higher mountains. And this is where people will come up and say, these laws, the laws in Nigeria is be like, we are selective when we are trying to fight for the system, when we are trying to cope the corruption, when we are trying to say, look at the thing we are fighting for. We are being selective. The higher mountains, are nowhere to be found. I think it is only Emefiele that have been dragged, caught here and there, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Who else again? Who else again? So I think we need to talk to
Mazi, there are a lot of people going about, not Emefiele alone. No, there are a lot of people.
But
Move mic now. Make una
how
move
many
mic.
percentage? How many percent of
Make
this?
una move this mic now. Waiting up for here.
How many percentage of these politicians are being questioned? Those people that are placed on their watch list. How many of them? Obiano today, where is he? Where is his name? Where is his name? The former governor of Abia State. Where is he today? Oh man, I'm tired. So let's have
Some of us we don't have much time to work.
Please, can I speak?
let's have stride. Stride has been here. Grandmaster, mute your mic and I just they come up. Which is the word yourself. You don't you go for nobody a day. Respect yourself now. So let's have stride, please.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. It's been a very interesting topic and eye-opening submission so far. I just want to address what Mazi said regarding Yaya Bello and EFCC. It's so unfortunate. You see, EFCC had made some mistakes. And we know that fighting corruption is not an easy task. And this is one of I remember the Yaya Bello case vividly. I remember the chairman actually created this impression that most people have about EFCC on this selective prosecution or what have you. When he said that he invited, more or less like maybe he gave him special treatment to come to his office. No agency does that with the suspects, things like that.
But why are we talking about the Yaya Bello here, sir?
Well, let me finish now. So
what business?
I think I just used that as an example. Maybe we should focus on the very dark man, right? Okay. I just used that as an example of what I just want to visit. Yeah.
Okay. Now to the topic: free. Is it free VDM versus EFC protest, bigotry, or pure madness? First thing first, when somebody is arrested, right? The first thing any reasonable person would do would investigate why is that person arrested. And the next thing to do, even if you now know what that person, the person's offense or is alleged to have committed, because nobody's above the law, has done is to approach the court to get him released on bail. That is the proper procedure. Back in the days when we were growing up, when you do something wrong in school and you cry home, yeah, my teacher beat me, the first thing your parents will ask you, what did you do? It's not that when you cry home that you were smacked by your teacher, your parents will just get up and go to the school and start fighting everybody. No, there is a process. Now, in the case of VDM issue, this arrest, his arrest, a lot of people did not investigate. They don't know why he was arrested. And the next thing is to call on protest that he should be released. And I'm asking, does this protest, would the protest make him to be released? Do you know what he has done? Is this the right process? Is he above the law? And
that is the foolishness of Nigeria youth.
Yeah.
If you do that again, I'm going to drop you above. If you do that again, I will drop you. Allow him to finish so I can move the mic.
Daniel said something. He said I think was when you guys were talking about public figure and not a public figure. Well, you could, yes, you define who public figures are. Public figures could be public figures in a positive or negative way. The bottom line is they're still public figures. So anybody who is known publicly, it could be notorious, it could be generous, it could be a politician, it could be a celebrity, it could be an entertainer, it could be Mazi. Mazi is a public figure. Whether we like it or not, at least we know Mazi. At least this is a public space. So Mazi is a public figure, so he's well known. So the thing is this, nobody's above the law. There is a process. And activism, even we've seen activists, these are the, I don't look at VDM as an activist. I don't, maybe it's at best I could call him a blogger. We've had those who are activists before him, the Gani Fawemi, Zakaba Shorun, the Kuti families and all that. And we know their antecedents. And there was never a time that any of these people that I've mentioned were arrested, that people took to the streets to burn down institutions. They challenged everything through the court, the process of getting that person out on bail. And when I heard some people say that VDM dared the EFCC or dared police and all that. When you dare police, they will come for you everywhere in the world. And you can be arrested anywhere in the world. I mean, anywhere. I've been on a flight, right? The flight was when we got to our destination. They didn't allow us to get down. They didn't let us disembark from the flight. There was a passenger on the flight who was on the watch list. And we were on the flight for about 2 hours. I mean, in aircraft for 2 hours. When they opened the door, the police just came in. They just went to the guy's seat and took him out. They arrested him. Even in the bank, you can be arrested. You go into the bank. If there is something the bank feels this guy, he has committed something, they will just delay you for a while and calling the police. The police will come and pick you up. Nothing will happen. It's not whether they set you up. You can be arrested anywhere. All that Adeyanju was saying. But at the end of the day, the guy was not even arrested. He was not even arrested in the bank. You see, we should learn the law is there for a purpose. As much as we hate the police, when the crime is still committed, who do we run to? It's the police. It is still the police. Everywhere in the world, the police is nobody's friend. Nobody likes the police. But at the end of the day, everybody still needs the police, as bad as they are. So the protest and those who are calling on people to draw their money is very, very laughable. It's very, very laughable to me. Those who are cutting over there.
Okay, strike. Okay, I beg people on the comments of my DM. Me don't set me up with my helpers on this space. I beg. I don't be public fool. I don't be public figure anything. Okay, strike. Let's just move the mic, Jared. Let's move the mic. Okay. Okay. Let's get CBO now. Let's get CBO. Yeah. Let's get CBO. Then we'll have after CBO. Then we'll have I'm in charge. I've dropped. Okay, let's have CBO. Then we'll have Grandmaster. So let's have CBO. Yeah. Let's have CBO.
All right. How's everybody doing? I have been listening in, and I'm glad that while you were speaking, or while other people were speaking, the EFCC actually released this statement. You see, I find it funny how In one voice, we want the rule of law. In another voice, we want to be disobedient to the law. Mazi, if the police or anybody gives you an invitation, which is what I had suspected earlier, and that was the question I went into
I
your
think what
DM
I
to
told
ask.
me this yesterday. Okay, not you, not you. Yeah, not you.
And that's what I went into. That's what I went into your DM to ask you when I said I wanted to ask you a question. When I heard somebody speaking earlier, I just wanted to know if they invite you to come and you don't come, even once, even twice, what are they supposed to do to you? To come and beg you before you come? Is that the law, or is that what you're supposed to do?
So, Silvio, is there a bench warrant?
The
Huh?
EFCC have said it. Just go and read what they just posted now. EFCC just confirm what he's saying. Yeah.
It's not just one. It's not just two. It's not just three. It's not just four. It's not five. It's not six. So what they should do is they should go and beg you, probably give you biscuits, give you a cup of tea, and then tell you, why don't you want to come to our office for investigation? Why now? That's what they should have done. Then some people, like my brother Elmer that was speaking here, I'm really sorry, but I think, I don't know if it's social media or peer pressure, but somehow, some way, you guys commit crimes without knowing that you're even committing crimes. In the last 3-4 days, first of all, GTB is a private institution. It's not owned by the government. In fact, the public, there are many people here that own shares in GTB. So they are owners of GTB here. If any one of them, in that 1 trillion naira profit that they make, it is the shareholders, it is the staff, it is the owners, people that have to do business with them, that will benefit. They will share that money, that profit. So if you touch any branch, you are harming them, and they are in their millions. You are making them lose their jobs. You are making them lose their profit. And when people come out and blame government and tell us how much government is so bad, which we agree. But it's funny how none of you are calling out the people who have been instigating and telling us lies. Somebody woke up and told you, oh, he was arrested inside GTV. He was blindfolded. He was beaten up. He was dealt with. He was this one. The next thing we see videos and we find out that nothing happened inside GTV. We find out that that was a lie. But you have not cautioned any of those people to say, come, this thing you are doing. You're telling us protest is this one. If you do protest, when the essence of you trying to do this whole thing is based on falsehood. I do not believe in selective activism. I do not believe that you can get justice by telling lies. You cannot instigate people to go and commit violence. And if they arrest those ones now, you say, oh, you want to protest. You don't realize that on that one on its own is a crime you are committing. If you feel that GTB has been taking your money fraudulently, there are ways to go about it. People get refunds. You can report to the CBN. People get refunds. And if you do not want it, you can take your money away from there. Nobody will stop you. But if you go and instigate violence, will suffer the consequences. You will suffer the consequences. Small. Ignorance of the law does not mean that the law will not catch up with you. That you wake up in the morning and tell people to go and protest for something, that is a lie. And people foolishly go and do it. And then the funny part is the people who are tearing they'll go and request for another one and pay another 1,200 naira. Do you know how big GTB is? One of Nigeria's most capitalized banks. How much do you have? And that your money to them is liability. It becomes an asset when they use it to make money. Let's stop this social media mob. It's not when you hear one thing, you just jump on the trend. Try and think independently. Thank you.
So, Sibio, do you think that EFCC themselves, if they have done this,
I didn't hear that part.
Sibio, can you hear me? Can anyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Do you get my question?
No, I didn't.
I said, do you think that if EFCC did what they have, if they did what they have done today before, do you think that so many people who joined this bandwagon in calling of EFCC to and in some way calling GTB Bank, do you think that so many people who joined this bandwagon would have joined it in the first place?
Well, I like the fact that EFCC actually brought out a statement today. But personally,
I'm not happy with the statement itself. The statement looks to me like.
Mazi, can I address that? Can I address that?
No. Let's be speak. So others will speak. Right. Please
I
hold on.
like the fact that they came up with a statement today. But if I, CBO, were in charge, I will not even come up with any statement. I don't know about other people. What is your business if somebody arrests somebody? Are you what exactly is your business? What is your business? What is your business? Like, what exactly is your business in the whole thing? What in the whole equation, what is your business? If I have a case with VDM, what is your business with it? Thank you.
Okay. The business is that the public interest.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you, Mazi, for that.
Stride. If you want to speak,
Thank
please.
you very much, Mazi, for that answer.
The business is that the public interest. Had it been that a very dark man is an Mbeke like me in Ajambadi, I didn't think that some people may come up and put up a flyer, free mass. That is it, right? So, but there are level of popularity that very dark man have gathered, and he has people following him. Maybe it may not be the rule of the law for EFCC to put up a statement when they arrested someone, but because of the optics of somehow people have taken VDM as, right? If you are coming up to debunk a fake news, you should come up to give us the real news. If you don't want to say anything about VDM or this and that, blah, 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 you should have kept quiet. Allow people who want to run with propaganda to run with it. If you are coming up, I still very strongly believe that someone who is coming up to say this is not real should be able to tell us what is real, right? But it's not in my intention. But what me I'm trying to say is that in case of next time, the mistake has already been done, right? And they are correcting it now, even though it's a little bit late. They are trying to correct it, even though it's a little bit late. I think this kind of issue, if you know where this case is going, you should be able to put up a little bit statement. The same thing you did today, you should have done it before. If you know that you are going to do this in future, why didn't you do it before? This is it. Anyway, I didn't have anything against EFCC. I have spoken in favor of EFCC for several times, in fact, but I just want to share my own opinion that EFCC should do better, improve in some areas they are failing apart, right? They need to do much better. I need to see them on the top level where they can be able to arrest people, where they can be able to speak to people, where they can be able to do something without the fear of unknown. Okay, let's have Grandmaster, please. Grandmaster, are you there?
Can I say something? I beg.
Grandmaster, are you there? Okay, Grandmaster is not here.
Can I just say something before he
Let's
goes?
have Bishop. Bishop. Bishop, are you there? Um, 10, 10 over 10, are you there?
You just call
Yeah,
I don't put
Please go. You have spoken now before strike. Now allow others who hasn't said anything to speak.
I don't put the
Will you see yourself to talk? 10 over 10, please go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, Mazi, good morning. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
All right. Thanks for hosting this space. I bring greetings to everyone listening to me. So I will start my submission. Unfortunately, first of all, EFCC is proving again their reactionary approach to how they manage issues. You're doing what you just did. You should have done first, just like the question you asked. This statement they just released now should have been released immediately. This guy was picked up rather. Now, see, I don't want to mention anybody's name, but I've listened to a lot of people's comment. Let's even look at this EFCC from the beginning to at least see their journey so far. I lived in the US for a couple of years. Anybody would argue with me. The moment FBI or HSI, Homeland Security, comes looking for you, bro, you don't finish. No matter how high and mighty you are, the moment they just come knocking, you know why? They don't come just for nothing. They come with ample evidence. They must have done their due diligence, have all their facts intact, and they will go knocking on your door. Case of PDD is one of the examples. A lot of those examples, they have in Weinstein, a lot of them, but we have a corruption fighting institution that arrests you first before they start investigation. That one is one. See, I have very big concern with how EFCC does their own thing. This selectivism, that's what I will call it. See, we are like people have said it. Mazi, you've also made reference to it. See, can you lead us by example? Show us how you've been able to tackle this issue of corruption in and stuff like that. And then people like Yaya. See, look at our current National Assembly. Look at some current governor, at the past governors.
Sorry, before people run away with that. Yaya Bello is on bail. Yeah, Yaya Bello is on bail. But he never slept on DSS dungeon. Yaya Bello is on bail.
Mazi, leave this Yaya Bello is on bail. If you are why you dey cover the guy eye? Study. Was it proper? Was it proper? Let's even be honest at
10
least
over
for
10.
once. Look
Many
at when you
go and look, check. You can Google Henry and Leon McClung. You understand? They were 19 years old when they were arrested. You understand? And they were
so
wrongfully
no,
charged by FBI. They spent years. We've
you
listened to
you
the
are
story of those that
you're
spent 45 years in prison.
okay.
No,
Okay,
I
you
just
Chief,
want
just
you
to,
you
so
allow
are
I
10.
don't want you to
Chief,
use
chief,
Mazi
chief,
space
chief,
to pass
chief,
those information.
just allow 10 over 10 to land. So maybe you can engage him after he's done.
No, that's just information issue. FBI
Yeah,
have their
yeah.
own fault. Thank
Even
you,
the
Mazi.
FBI themselves, sometimes they went to their job as people who are speaking Igbo as well, right? So all these security agencies, they are not perfect. They are not. But go ahead, 10 over 10.
Mazi. If you've seen where those people operate and compare it to where EFCC have operated, you will see the difference. That's what I'm saying. You don't just see. I've seen cases. So when you compare it to how the current EFCC is, how many of even in fact, see, it's just unfortunate when issues like this come up for discussions. People put sentiment, and you look at it like these guys are not doing like what they are doing makes sense. To me, it just doesn't. It makes no sense. And you know the point. Okay, look at the FBI now that we're talking about and the EFCC. How many of the past heads of FBI have been fingered and have been fingered in corruption cases themselves? The money they recovered, the loot they recovered, they looted by themselves again. Let's even look at that. But this particular EFCC, we have seen situations where you bring a chairman, that chairman recovers a loot and loots that loot himself again. Can we look at that case too? You are fighting corruption. Within
Okay,
that corruption you are
be
fighting.
mindful what you
Okay,
say.
let's even let me finish. Let me before I hit the mic. What about the
No. You said that
going to
chairman
people's
looted the
houses in the
recovered
night?
funds again. Be mindful of what you are
What
saying.
Stride. Allow this man to finish. I beg. Allow this man to finish.
you want to you arrest people in the night. You carry your Toyota Hiace bus. You enter school campuses or off campuses. You go there. You pick up students. All in the name you want to arrest them. You keep parading them on the TV, calling them cyber criminals. But we see our political office holders doing this thing in broad daylight, stealing this money in broad daylight, and then you're not doing anything about it. That's the point of due process. See, I'll just use the mic so that I don't even want to go into this back and forth. I think the difference is
Again,
even clearer than problem. You understand?
yeah. 10/10 again. There is no specific time. There is nowhere. There is, in fact, there is no date. There is no specific time. Police or any security agency cannot come and knock at. So
That's absolute
So
nonsense, and you know that.
I'm telling you the honest truth.
so
If they have
That is
something on
absolute
you,
rubbish,
if they
and
have,
you
there
know
is no
that.
law. There is no law.
Manzi.
There is no law stopping
Yes,
them
that
to
is
come into your
absolute
house at the middle
rubbish,
of the
and you know
night.
that.
I'm telling you the honest truth.
Stop spreading false information,
Mazi,
please.
wait now.
Thank you.
No, hold on. No, I'm not misinforming anything, right? There is no law. There is no law stopping them. Nigeria Constitution was amended in 1999. There is no law or any that act stopping them for coming to your house at any specific time to stop you. I mean, to not arrest you. There's no law stopping them for an arrest at any time. If there is, I beg, point me to go and read. I will read and I will learn. If there's any law, point me to it. We are here to argue and learn, disagree and agree, isn't it? There's no. Please.
Mazi,
Don't misinform the public. That's all I'm going to tell you. What you're saying is
Inform
absolute
them
lie.
by
Stop
inform them
misinforming the
by quoting
public,
the law
please.
now.
Mazi, make I
What you just said is absolute
Inform
lie.
them by
Don't
quoting the
misinform the public.
laws, isn't it?
Mazi, let
Yeah,
me
I
quote your
said there
own
is
law.
no
Quote
law.
your
I
own
said there
law.
is no
Quote
law.
your
I
own
said there is
law.
no law. He
Mazi,
said make I quote law when
Quote
not
your
there.
own law that
Make
said
I
that
quote law when
you're
not
allowed
there.
to do.
Is that what make I do?
Quote your
Law
own
no
law
there now.
now.
Make I quote law when not there. What did they talk said? And they tell you say no law. They say make I quote my law. Which law I go quote again?
so
10
these guys
round up,
drive
Ajare.
I'll quote your law.
these guys drive to student areas, park their highest buses, and then start jumping into their compounds, picking them up, carry 20, take them to their zonal office. 15 will be released, the other 5 will be held back. See, guys, let's be honest. Let's be honest. As far as I'm concerned, their due processes is totally not it at all. That's the point. You see, okay, in the area of looking at people's faces before they go for them, what happened to Okoya's children for Naira mutilation? Mazi, I'm asking you now. What about Okoya's children that mutilated Naira and up to that year? VDM made reference to that.
He
And then you
he
pick
has
up
apologized
Bobrisky.
anyways. Don't reference VDM. He has apologized
Hold
for that
on, let me
statement.
finish.
Yeah.
Let me, Mazi, you are the host of the space, but I'll drop you.
Now the thing
No.
tire me. Allow people to talk. Your argument must not stand.
Mazi,
Allow
I'll
people to
drop you
give
if
your
you
opinion.
interrupt me again. If you
Grandmaster,
interrupt me, I'll put
grandmaster.
you. So, guys,
The guy is
let
making
me
a very good
finish.
point.
Let
Don't
me
want him to
finish.
land.
Bobrisky went to jail. Chief Priest did not go to jail for the same Naira mutilation. Let's look at it. Okoya's children they apologized, right? E-money was flown from what area?
Sorry, tell who apologized? Who
They said
apologized?
Okoya's children. That's what they said.
So
No,
ignorance
grandmaster,
of the
don't
law, he
interject. No,
cannot settle it to
grandmaster, don't
apology.
interject him. Allow him to finish.
You
When he
understand?
gets your turn, he can speak.
So some people can spray Naira and then apologize verbally. Some people will spray Naira or spray pounds and then you take them and give them free ride from Lagos, fly them to Abuja for interrogation. Selectivism. That's what me I call it. You look at people's faces. If you want to operate operate in like don't look at anybody's face. That's what I'm saying. See, this is let me use the mic so that because it's been back and forth Mazi, between me and you and who else. See, this agency needs to step up, needs to lead by example, needs to fulfill the aim and ambition of the founding fathers like Obasanjo that created it. You understand? Now, in this particular government, let's even have there not been instances where people have been accused of corruption. What has EFCC said? And this is an agency that nobody will lie, have been used over the years as an instrument of political intimidation and stuff like that. Let's be fact, let's be sincere. I don't want to mention any of their chairman's name, but go and look at those past chairmen till date. And the ruling party whatever the president that appointed them, how many of those people within the president's corners have been arrested? Oh, they are not corrupt. See, for me, I just feel this agency called the EFCC needs to step up and stop this selective way of doing things.
Okay.
That's just
Okay.
my own
I
opinion.
think I love the way you end it up. They need to step up. Yeah, they need to step up their game. Not people calling for the end of EFCC, calling for the burning down of GTB Bank, calling for
And then
destruction, destruction. So
on the part
no,
of
no, no,
people's
no, no. I
reaction.
didn't say you said. I said I love the way you end it up. They need to
Yes,
step up.
I was
Yeah.
just going to say on the
Yeah.
part of people's reaction to the bank, to GT Bank. See, you don't blame people. People are led by their emotions. How a fan here now go take you? If no be how I take you. Somebody now feel here say Mazi, police are if he come out for road, stay for middle of road, say because of Mazi. So people have taken VDM for different reasons. He means something to different people. Guy, if this guy ever help you recover
Bro, let's
5
just leave
million,
it. Don't spoil this your beautiful submission by trying to
no,
justify people calling for radicalism.
bros.
Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. You have submitted a very what I would call a perfect submission at the end of your submission anyway, right? Don't try to use your word now to justify people trying to display their ignorance or madness or bitterness of someone who is successful, because I'm not sure that those people have naira in that account and they are calling for the burning down of GTB Bank, right? So I'm not sure people like Grandmaster will be doing that
Not the part of
because he has
burning
a, he
down.
has a, he
People
has a lot of he
withdrawing
has a
their
lot of
money
money
to
in
that
GTB.
place.
I'm not sure he's going to be doing that. So if he does that, that means his money is gone. So let's just move on. Let's just move on. I will have Grandmaster, then we'll have Kem. I will have Antiesta. I will have two ladies straight. I'm biased. You guys should know that. I'm biased towards ladies. I'm sorry. It's not my fault. So I'll have Grandmaster, I'll have Kem, then Antiesta. Anti-Kem and Antiesta.
Let the next person
Let
go.
the next person go.
I'm kind of busy. I'll go after the
Kind of busy. I'll go
But
after
now
the
you they
next
interject me
person.
here. You just won't bully me
I don't
because
reach where they go
I
now.
don't
I
reach
mean,
where
they
they
go
go now.
somewhere.
I mean, they go somewhere.
okay. You just won't bully me because you hear my voice. Okay, let's have let's have Kenkem. Let's have Kenkem. Kenkem, please, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Is
Good
Kenkem there?
afternoon,
Yeah.
Lord.
Mm. It has
Good
been a while.
afternoon. Yeah, indeed it has. It's been a bit busy over here. I was listening to the last guy, and that was why I decided to come up. To be honest with you, sometimes, we do not address issues as should. I like the fact that you did mention that Yaya Bello is out on bail. However, it's important to note that if something is wrong, the fact that somebody else has is able to navigate it doesn't make it right. And I think that that's the challenge that we sometimes have as Nigerians. You know, eh, eh, they
Is this speaking? I can't hear her. Am I the only one? And just I can't hear her.
I can't hear her.
I can't hear her. Oh my goodness. I don't want to lose her voice. Oh, let me drop her in case she's still speaking. Let me drop her. And can you please request again so I can bring you back up? We can't hear you, unfortunately. We can't hear you. So let's have Antiesta. Who they talk again? And just and can you please request again? Let me bring you back up. I think your network went
Auntie
off.
Kem Kem,
Auntie
no be
Kem Kem.
Antesta.
Auntie Kem Kem. Nah, already if you hit me again, I'm going to flog you. So go ahead, Antiesta.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. And I'm Kem Kem. Good afternoon.
Mazi, and my beautiful brothers and sister on the line, on the space. Um, Actually, I just wanted to listen in, but living here for 21 years, there are some information that some people give. I don't know how long they have lived abroad, but there are some information that has been given regarding the law enforcement agency that sometimes I find it so incorrect, one, and misinformation. I live in a neighborhood here, right, that some of these boys sell drugs and the rest. But do you know what? Police will be coming like this. They will stop these boys and start searching them. Nobody says anything because they are doing their job, right? And I have seen cases, even me as a person, I had an issue with my account in the bank. The bank called, somebody paid a wrong money into my account here in Ireland, right? And the bank manager, I went in to pick up my money, some money, and my account was restricted from taking money. So what happened? I left. I said, okay. They said they will let me know when it's been, when I can come and take the money. As time goes on, I had to stop money coming into that account till they did in the investigation. 2 or 3 days later, without any formal information, I saw police, more than 8 police at my door, saying that I committed fraud. Mazi, this one is my own life experience. They came in, bah, 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 bah. The next thing, I tried to open the door. It's police, open the door. I opened the door. 8 of them come into my house. Before they even give me warrant safe, they don't search everything. They don't search everything. Luckily, I have children that are very matured and are very calm and everything. They just kept quiet, let them do their job. What am I trying to bring out in this? Yes, our law enforcement behave the way we Nigerians behave. We are too rough. We are not calm. When police stop you, the next thing is, why did you stop me? Why did you do this? Why did you do that? But there are things you do when a policeman stop you or arrest you or question you. You need to be calm. If you are invited to the police station, you go. When you don't go, you are telling them that they are right, you are wrong. And by so doing, what happens? You will be asked, you will be forced, or they will come and arrest you. In my own case, they did not even invite me. They came, they arrested me. That was around 7 or 8 a.m. in the morning. I just woke up to take my normal turmeric concoction. That was I was like, what thing I do? Me knowing that my hands are clean, I started laughing. They took me away, right? And when they took me away, they started questioning me immediately, asked me if I want a lawyer. Yeah. I said, I don't have anything to do to need a lawyer for. And everything was recorded. That is for an advanced country. And the case took 3 whole years. 3 whole years. And what was I charged for? Recklessness. Because I gave my account out to the person that put the fraud money in my account. And who did the fraud money into my account? Now the same, our Nigerian people put the fraud money into my account. What am I trying to say in a nutshell is this, that we Nigerians, when we see a God, because I call it a God, when we see somebody that has like millions of followers, we turn that person to be a God. We don't want to know what that person is doing. We don't want to know if that person is cutting people's head. We don't want to know if that person is stealing or committing fraud. We just follow them stupidly. And that is a big problem we have in Nigeria. How are you so sure that there has not been crimes committed before he was arrested? How do you know that at the end of the day, he was not being investigated before now? And did you even know that he said he has a connection with EFCC? He knows people in EFCC, and he has connection that 90% of them are corrupt. So in that case, you think the government will just leave that kind of a person that said 90%. That means he said everybody in that place is corrupt. So she come and give them the list of the people that are corrupt that he knows. We don't even think that DSS has their own method of arresting. EFCC has their own method of arresting. And internal affairs is in most of these law enforcement agencies that they want to clear all the dirt in their system. But because we don't believe in Nigeria, we talk down on Nigeria, we don't care because of the past, and we don't know that Nigeria still has the room for improvement. We just bring down our country, say rubbish about our country, say a whole lot of trash about our country. The country that we are in is not much better than the country, our own country, Nigeria. The only difference is because there is law and they follow law and there is organization. But anytime the government wants to try their best to do things accordingly, we come out in mass and say, oh, do this, do this. It will not allow the government to do what they are supposed to do. Do you know how long they have been investigating him? Do you know how many charges he has had? We don't even know all this because he won't say it. He only tells you guys what you want to hear. We are here, we all are here. That some people that we are close to will be doing something and we don't even know what the person are doing until it's casted. Please, let's be using our God-given talent and brain to think through things. Nigeria is not what we expect Nigeria to be, understood. But there's no difference with police abroad and police in Nigeria. Even our own here does not even carry gun, but you go fear them. Our own police here does not carry gun, no, but they don't burn you well, make them stop you, make you no stop. They have all the right to stop you, search you, and there's nothing you can do about it. But why is Nigeria own different that police can't stop and search? Yes, they overdo it. Some of them are thieves. We understand because it's in some of Nigerians' DNA to be who they are. It is in our DNA to be stubborn, to do agidi, to do zobu zobu. But that is not how they are here. So it can never be the same. And the only way we can allow this thing work is by letting them do their job and by not making it difficult for them to do. And that is the truth. I know so now go come from you, but I'm not ready to answer any question. Thank you. Thank you, Mazi.
Okay, thank you. I guess Grandmaster is not available. Let's
I'm here, Joe. I better calm down, Jerry. I'm done. I need to speak. I
okay, go
beg.
ahead.
All right. Thank you very much. So, first of all, Mazi, I'm on some kind of here. I got that good. Biko, amara m ihe mere ihe eji pụta nwa ịtọ na atọ. Nna m ibulu okenye ịbụ okenye isi ịkọ na 40 something. Isi from otu nsi afụgodi gị na otu onu gị si ada. Olu gị akaja agụ ọkọtago. Amara m ihe eji pụta na ọgbọ ere akpọ nwa ịtọ na atọ anti. Ere keba anti kem. You understand? I wasn't making an arrosol of
Nke agbasara ikwu ihe anyị
You
na-ekwu.
understand?
No,
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 mba,
no, I just forget. I know just saying I'm nonsense.
Ekwuna nke a kwu ihe anyị na-ekwu. Anyị nwere ihe na-akpa maka ya ka anyị kwuo maka nke a. Rapụ nke a. Ekwuna kwuo na
Udo. All right, well, Udo, I know. Okay, thank you very much. Can I put that thing? I got that. Wasn't I? I know. I already know how it is. So let me first of all start by saying, here comes the cavalry. Here they are, cavalry, lovers of Nigeria, champions of morality. The people who so much care about, you know, a moral country, a just country, a lawful country. But when you look at their track record, nothing to write home about. You know, with all this love they show about, on Nigeria, it's a thing of wonder why they have not moved from wherever they are living to come to Nigeria and enjoy the beautiful country they so much love. It's always, nice to come up in a space, pontificate, preach rubbish that you don't believe in, because it sounds good to your ear, because you believe that the crowd that is listening to you is very gullible. Well, that is up to you guys. Mazi, let me explain a couple of things to you. First of all, let me put it out there. You understand? I don't give a damn about VDM. To the best of my understanding, VDM is my up. You understand? But one thing you cannot take away from him is that many of you in this room can never lace the shoes that guy, that he wears. He's a bigger person than you are. At least he does things that we can see. We can see his work in the field. We can see him speaking for Nigerians. Because of him, he has brought a lot of Nigerians to account. We can see the children praying for him. We can see the children showing him love. We can see him going into treacherous terrain to speak for those who cannot speak for themselves. So please, shelve that rubbish when you come up here to come and ask us who is VD, what has he done? You, wait till you don't do. Besides supporting criminals and terrible governments year after year, is there anything else that you have actually contributed to this country besides that? So you don't even have the right to come up in a space and talk about VDM. I still don't care about VDM that much, right? That's my own personal thing. But that do not remove the fact that he has been a blessing to this country, whether you want to believe it or not. But let me first of all remind you something, because there's some kind of weird and absurd arguments you guys make in spaces. I kind of ask myself, is that you guys do these things deliberately, or you just say because it is, convenient for the time? So somebody came up here and said that, I think it was Maz that said, just a moment, please. I think it's Maz that said, I got moved now. I think it's Maz that said, the police can bust into your house at any point in time and do whatever they want to do to you. That's absolutely rubbish and not true. Maybe you should go and read your Cybercrime Act and your Police Act. Go and read the Cybercrime Act of 2015 and read the Police Act. There's actually law, and there are laws guiding operations and processes in this country. The fact that you are ignorant of that law does not mean that that law does not exist. And let me remind you, your house is your castle, it is your abode, it is where you feel safe. Nobody on earth has the right to come and invade that place without a power warrant issued by competence of jurisdiction. That is how it is written in your Cybercrime Act.
Oh, that is not what I said, but I will correct that when you're done.
Let me finish now. You go correct them. You said something about police coming to, to people's house, even if it is 2 a.m. in the night, they can come and do whatever they want to do. That's not true.
There's a reason why arrest.
It doesn't matter. To come and arrest somebody, you have to first of all break into the person's house. Okay? Because 2 a.m. is an ungodly time. People normally sleep at 2 a.m. You understand? In the night. So you cannot come and then invade somebody's house when the person is sleeping and say you want to, effect an arrest. You have to break into that person's house. But before you even approach the person's house, that is where the whole thing, begins. You must have a warrant issued by a competent court of jurisdiction that gives you, no matter which security agency you are, that gives you the right to, invade somebody's abode, the place the person feels safe. It is in your Cybercrime Act and your police, whatever they call it, act. I've read it before, right? Go and read it. That's why I kept saying, do not misinform the public. Because you are giving undue power to these people that they do not. Otherwise, these people will start operating beyond the boundaries of what is acceptable and beyond the boundaries of law. And a nation where security agencies are, the judge, jury, and executioner decide what to do, when to do it, how to do it, that nation has crumbled. We are not running a third Reich here. You understand? We are not running a Nazi Germany here. These are not Gestapos. These are not Geheimstaatspolizei. These are, agencies of government that are paid by, by taxpayers, with taxpayers' money. Yes, the police can stop you, you understand, and detain you under reasonable suspicion in the public, maybe in the streets, right? If they suspect that you are up to something, or you have been suspected to be a participant in a crime, or there is information saying that this person had just committed a crime, because they don't know at that particular point in time, the police can stop you, detain you, right? And if they see reasonable suspicion, they can take you to the police station, but not hold you beyond 48 hours. There's a reason why the law gives recourse to these things. You cannot. Why? Normally, it is expected that before you go and effect an arrest on somebody, you must have done your due diligence, done your, what do you call it, your investigations, to understand, that this is what the person, you must have presented your case to the court and say, this is what the person has done. We need an arrest warrant to go and get this person. And the court must grant it. Sorry, the court has to grant it. The court is at the discretion to grant it or not, depending on how they feel at that particular point in time. But when you detain somebody, you cannot detain that person more than 48 hours. Go and read your laws. That is what your law said. You don't detain people and then commence investigation. That is absurd. That is not how the police works. You understand? If you feel like you need further evidences to prosecute the person, you still have to let the person go on bail. That is how it works. You don't come up here and tell me that the police can just hold you indefinitely, how long they want, however way they want, and nobody has the right to come and question them. And this is what brought me up here in the first place. I keep saying it, the emergency lovers of Nigeria, people that love morality, they love government, but they will never accept this same thing being done to them if it is done to them in the first place. All of them in the diaspora are coming to yap their mouths, their big, unbrushed, unwashed mouths here. Now, let me say it. I was listening to somebody who was telling us, let police hold him. Let the police do this one. Let police do that one. I know that these same people will not accept it if it happens to them. And by the way, I don't even know why you guys keep discussing GTP and everything in between. It is the right of the people to decide that they don't want to hold an account with GTB. If they want to close the account, they can close it. It is not, it's not your problem. Now, their own wahala. You don't have to, you don't have to police what people do with their own bank account. They sign that agreement with the bank and they decide when they don't want to have, their money in that bank anymore. If they decide they don't want to have their money in the bank anymore, then it's their prerogative to do what they want to do. Don't come and preach to us and tell us, because they are withdrawing their money from the bank, it is doomsday is approaching. And I keep seeing all the fear mongering going on in this space. Something about burning GTB. Oh, they're about to burn GTB. We know that all these things are, diversionary tactics that you guys employ to deviate from the discussion we are having. Because to the best of my understanding and knowledge, I don't see any GTB bank on fire so far in this country. I haven't seen one. Please, if there's anyone that is on fire, please let me know. So stop, training out all this fear mongering. If you see people who are planning or who you have credible evidence that people are planning to burn that GTB, go and arrest them, right? And prosecute them. But don't come up here and fearmonger us. But the point you are making here is this. The fact that it is acceptable for a government agency to arrest somebody, whisk the person away, and then refuse to give information on the person they whisked away, even while the public interest is there, the public is asking them what happened to this person. The method through which this person was arrested is absurd. We want to know for the safety of this person because we cannot come up here and act as if we do not know that people have mysteriously died in police custodies in this country. I can mention 3 cases. People that were arrested ordinarily and they died in police cell. There was this particular incident that made waves here. I think it was last year. A certain lady called the police to come and arrest a certain guy within the estate. She's well connected. This guy was arrested and taken to a certain police station somewhere in Lagos. And then, by the time the family will come to come and inquire, they did not leave any information saying that this is why we arrested this person. The family came to inquire in the police station. They claim that they are taking the guy to. And they said that they don't have the guy. So they don't have the guy. They don't even know the guy. So who is the person that took this person away in the first place? They had to start inquiring, asking questions. At the end of the day, he landed them somewhere in Victoria Island. By the time they got there, this guy was already dead. They met his corpse. They met his corpse from ordinary arrest in an estate to a dead body. So you don't come here and tell people that, they don't have the right to inquire. You come here and you arrest somebody. Yes, we know that maybe you don't have to come out initially to tell them, this is what happened. But when you see that the public interest is growing, due to the way you guys operate normally, the least you can do, just like Nnaemeka said earlier on, you came up to come and debunk and call something fake, but you refuse to put the record straight. That is what we are saying. Is it not this too much, Nigerians are worthless, they are not worth anything to me, too much pride. That is the reason why a government agency will come up and say, we cannot, we cannot say anything about it. We don't answer to you. For real? For real. And this is the problem, the bastardization of the entire system. Because when you look at the people who are speaking here, the arrogance with which they speak, it was CBO that said, they will deal with you. Like from where to where? So you are trying to tell people that they don't have the right anymore in this country to speak or say things when they feel inconvenienced, they cannot talk because of what? You guys are clowns. Let me say this thing and say it again. You don't come up here. You don't come up here and keep on supporting everything wrong. Things that you cannot condone in the abode where you live. Wherever you say you live, you don't condone it. If it were you now that was kidnapped by, let's say, American police or secret service, or maybe UK secret police or secret service or whatever, the next thing we start hearing here is chants of racism. They don't kidnap black person. Racism. That is what you guys would do. You employ sentiment and emotion, but you don't want people to ask questions about VDM. Somebody was taken away for close to 1 week. Nobody is coming up to to say, oh, this is what this guy did. This is why we took him. People are being concerned. People are asking questions. Let us clarify this thing so that everybody can now settle. Is it that you guys love chaos or what? You feel too big to speak to Nigerians. The bastardization of institutions. Because the head is rotten, every single part of the body is beginning to rotten as well. Because the presidency cannot even, be accountable to the people. Things go on in this country. He never speaks. Now we have gotten to the point where government agencies feel like they don't owe us any explanation. And I'll end with this. I think I heard it was Jack who said it. When I say this, I say, man, it's a shame on all of you that come up here to come and give us reasons why somebody, a civilian, who is not at a flight risk, who we cannot tell to the best of our understanding, has committed a grievous offense, can be held for so long, but you are out there pardoning killers and murderers. You are pardoning terrorists, people that have literally burned down villages, destroyed lives. You are here pardoning them. But when we ask about VDM, you guys come up here to come and gaslight us. Make we go gaslight to na papa there. Make I go gaslight na papa. Lovers of Nigeria. Una too love Nigeria. Now only know sabi good things. Now only that get Nigeria. Now only that sabi love Nigeria. That is the problem. The hypocrisy is just so sad and so maddening. It's so sad and so maddening. Look at the way they are coming up here, piling up like people. They are like a file of soldier ants to come and defend one after the other. Shame, no, they catch you now.
One of the things I dislike about you, Grandmaster. To be honest, one of the things I dislike about you is that you hold your own
Talk, I
opinion.
beg. I don't come person name
No,
here.
no, no,
I did
no,
not say.
no, no, no. You hold your own opinion. Other people have their own opinion, their own opinion. I didn't know why you should be attacking them with their own opinion, right? I've disagreed with literally some of them here on this space. You can disagree and agree with them without insulting them. You can do that. At the end of the day, if you keep insulting them, they will come up here and start insulting you. At the end of the day, we are not going to achieve anything on this space. Learn how to manage emotions and learn how to stay on the conversation. Please. There's no need. There's no need for an insult on this space. There's no need. VDM is not paying you. Nobody is paying you. Nobody is paying other people who are speaking as well. They are speaking based on how they feel in that moment. So I didn't know why insult is necessary. He said they are abroad. Are you not abroad? Are you not abroad? Where are you? Are you not in Germany? Please allow people to hold their own opinion. Speak. Do not try to use your own opinion to bully other people's opinion. Please. Go ahead, Grandmaster. Stop the insult.
Hey yo, please, with all due respect, Mazi, I think it's only right you let me talk. I have not mentioned anybody's name
But
here.
not
He didn't
insult now.
mention
Not to
name.
be
All
No,
right?
insulting
Mazi. He
people.
no
I didn't
mention
Not to
name
be
mention
now.
insulting.
anybody's
Not to
name
be
here.
insulting
I
people.
don't know why you are. Please,
No,
with
not
all
to be
due
insulting
respect,
people. Not to be
I find it
insulting
extremely
people,
insulting.
Grandmaster. Not to be insulting
Bro, I
people.
have not insulted anybody here.
You
Which
did.
they talk now?
You
Which
did.
they yarn?
You did. You did.
What
You
did I
did.
say? What? Please, you are derailing me. If you don't want me to speak, just say let me go and continue my work. Please. I don't owe anybody any apology. I speak the way I speak. If you don't like it, come up here and insult me. Who cares? But you're not gonna come up here and moderate how I speak. This is just me. You have to deal with it. I don't have any love, for people like this. I don't. I will never have any love for people like this. You will never find these people on the good side of things. You will never find them on the right side of things. They will always defend the indefensible. If you feel like the way I'm speaking irks you guys, it is all good. Kick me out of the space. And I have not mentioned any single name here. I specifically, kept
Grandmaster,
it
I deal
anonymous
with
here.
you. I support you.
Which
Talk.
kind of thing be all this one now? If you they look people's face, ground will never look at anybody's face. They don't burn anybody, Papa. Make you follow me talk rubbish for here. They don't burn anybody, Papa. Make you come follow me talk rubbish. On and offline in Nigeria or outside Nigeria, they don't burn your Papa well. Make you follow me talk rubbish. Because I will tell it to you the way it is. I think one of the biggest problems we have in this country is that we refuse to tell people the truth. We pander to them. We pamper them. We call them all kinds of endearing names, telling them auntie and all this nonsense. And it makes them believe that their opinion is superior, that people cannot question them. But we can see the moral side they have taken. Somebody is arrested for close to 1 week. People are asking for his whereabouts. Come out here and tell us
Yo,
what exactly is going on. None of you is coming out.
the
Okay, mute your
decorum
mic.
is in
Don't
the
make me
speaker. They
insult
don't
you
know.
with all due respect. Please, don't make me insult you with all due respect. Don't even do that. It is my turn to speak. I have not. The only people I interject in this space are people I'm close to and people I'm close with. If you are not close to me, I will not interject because I don't want to engage you. So please, go and take your medication. So let me go back to what I'm saying, right?
Hello, good afternoon.
Mazi,
Good
what
afternoon,
the hell
everyone.
is all this now? What
Grandmaster,
did they have for here now? What all this
Grandmaster,
one
calm
now?
down.
Okay,
Hello,
mute your mic, I beg. Mute your mic. Mute your freaking mic.
Grandmaster,
No, they
calm
tell me
down.
calm down. Mute your mic. No, they tell me
Grandmaster,
calm down.
calm
I
down.
say mute your fucking mic. Mute your mic.
Grandmaster,
Mute
calm
your
down.
fucking mic. I say mute your fucking mic. Nobody's engaging me.
Grandmaster, calm
Mute
down.
your fucking mic.
What?
It's
Do you
my
know?
turn
See
to
the reason
speak.
why. You see the reason why I said this. You know, I'm a prophet. I'm a prophet. Yeah, I'm a prophet. Right? I'm a prophet. Nobody. I'm looking at people's face, Grandmaster. I'm looking at your face. I'm looking at Bashiru's face, my in-law. I'm looking at Ayo's face. Literally everyone on this place, I'm looking at their face. Honorable, I'm looking at your face. 10 over 10, I'm looking at your face. Everyone on this space, I'm serving people. All of you, I'm looking at them face. I can't be hosting a space. I will be here, and some people will come here and start insulting a group of people, and I will not say anything. Does not make any sense. I think you need to calm down, Grandmaster. Obrufo Obono, I'm saying Obono esiri gita. Biko Obro Obono dị nke ahụ ga-esi ndoro yi obere. Biko, I beg you, just calm down, calm down. Let's have this conversation.
Why are you begging the son of a
Make una calm down now. Make una calm down. Allow this man to speak.
the
Okay,
miserable bastard is
I don't
transferring
know.
his aggression
Yeah,
because he's
mute go,
tired
mute
of
go.
the
I don't
Uber
fear
he's
you. Don't
driving in
go.
Germany.
I beg mute this. I don't fear. Can cook. I beg.
Shut up your mouth, you son of a thousand father. Are you a lover of Nigeria too? You miserable coward, you bastard. Because they're not going to give me mic since.
Okay, Bashiro, just allow him to speak. When you get your turn, you can say what you want to say. I'm not going to stop anybody now because I have seen where you people are going. Bashiro, hold on. Just reduce your reduce your volume. You will speak when you get your turn. I beg. I'm not going to stop anybody now because I don't try. I know being a papa. Since we don't want us to behave on this space, I go leave una now, make una fight. So Bashiro, calm down. Let him round up. He's about to round up. You will speak. Just calm down, Bashiro. To get your turn, you will speak. Bashiro, I beg you. Now, you know, say na my in-law he be. Though he come in no good the other day, you know, call me. Go ahead, Bashiro. Grandmaster, go ahead.
All right, thank you very much.
Almost Olori Buruku. They won't collect your Uber. Night frustration won't kill you. They won't collect the Uber where you they drive for Germany there. Bastard. Son of a thousand father. That you be like frog with your poison. Terrorist. So you are the lover of Nigeria. You are
Okay,
the only
as I
one that
was
love
saying,
Nigeria.
Maziri community go down off here, I can go, I beg.
Now you and your papa love Nigeria pass, Abi. Idiot.
Mazi.
Mazi, you making
Go
me to an
drive
offer,
your
you can
Uber.
go.
Go and
Hello,
drive your
Mazi.
Uber with your miserable life and leave
Mazi,
Nigeria
please,
alone.
can you mute Grandmaster and
More like
Check a
that.
space at
Bashiru,
Tisa.
please?
You man had him capable, okay, water.
Uber driver where they
Please,
form
can you
they
mute
form
Ati,
on
them?
thank, oh
Twitter.
God, thank you. I don't
Idiot.
hear now. I
Are
dey
you
drive
not an
Uber.
Uber driver?
If
Hello,
You
you
a
come,
you
Mazi.
a
I go
fucking
carry you
Uber
for free. Don't
driver.
worry.
Mazi,
You are
please,
an
can
Uber
you mute
driver.
both of them?
And you people calm down. This is now disrespectful to me in person, right? This is
Please,
what both of
Mazi,
you.
can
This is
you
what
mute both
both
of
of you are
them?
doing now.
And I like that.
Please allow Bashuru. I beg you in the name of God now. Allow. Yeah, I can
Hello?
hear you, Honorable. Hold on there.
Thank you. Please mute the both of them. Now,
Oh, man,
I
come on,
cannot
shut up,
do
one
that.
second.
one, one. I
I
want to say
cannot do
something.
that. If I mute both of, I
Come on,
cannot
mute
mute
your
both
mic,
of
one
them.
second. Come on, mute both of
Just allow him to land.
mute your mic, one second.
Oh my God! What is this now? I never chop since the
Grandmaster was
morning.
making sense at
I
first.
never chop since the morning. Me, I dey hungry here. When I want make a fall for ground,
The insult he's saying
I
does
never
not.
chop since the morning. No, they stress my life now. I beg. Make it calm down. Let him land. Let him finish. After he's done, whoever that wants to speak will say what you want to say. I'm not going to stop anybody. How is this hard? Let him land. You have been listening to him for close to 8 minutes now. Let him land his thoughts. Whoever that wants to talk will say whatever thing he wants to say. I'm not going to stop anybody. Come on, you have insulted so many people on this space. Who am I to be stopping you not to give him back? I'm not going to do that. Bashiru, please, I beg in the name of God, whatever thing he's saying, just allow him to finish. Please, I beg you, respect him. You know, I have a respect for you. Please and please, I beg you. Go ahead, Grandmaster.
Daalụ nna m, biko Chukwu gọzie gị. Ka mụ na
It's a glitch. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I said as na-ekwu okwu. Na-achọ mmadụ m na-ekwu okwu, ọ bụrụ ụmụ anụmanụ na-atịrị m ọnụ. As I was saying, let me get back to what I was saying. You know, they tried to derail me, but let me just round up. You know, I can see the cry, I can see the pain. These are riffraffs, on a norms. You know, I know they take them seriously. If you see them in real life, you go cry. Make I finish. So as I was saying, right, Mazi, the truth is this. Let me even commend you, because I remember that when you started this space, I was listening early on in the morning. You were actually, I love the stance you took. You took the stance of, of courage. You asked, for people to, respect the fact that we have rule of law in this country and follow the rule of law. But one thing about me is that I get easily ticked off when I see psychophants, crumb eaters, who jump into spaces, to come and defend the indefensible. Something I can tell you categorically that if the shoe was to be in the other foot, they will take a different route. It is the inconsistency. You understand? But at the end of the day, I'm hearing that the EFCC has come to clarify. I think they should release him as quickly as possible, grant him his bail, let him go home. And then if they have any case against him, let them take it to the courts. That is the most important thing. Like I said earlier, I am not a fan of VDM. Personally, I know to send the guy. I feel like saying two they do. But at the end of the day, in do, they bring results. But that will never stop me from ever speaking up for somebody that is unlawfully treated. Unlawfully treated in this country. Right? I will never, stand on the side of government. It will never happen. You understand? Because the power dynamic is too much between the government and the people. So there will never be any day that I will always take the side of government first. My duty as a person, as a Nigerian, is to hold my government accountable. Is to continue to speak up and call my government out. Where I feel my government erred, I will continue to shout at the top of my voices. Because the power dynamics, are too much. The power that the government wields over the people is just too much. So I will first of all stand on the side of the people. And if that hurts you, you can cry from now to the end of time. I am not the one. You will cry. You understand? You get a backward. You will cry. If you want to engage me in any shape or form, I have always told you guys, I am not running. I'm available. Anywhere you want it, I will be there. I will engage ourselves. Right? But at the end of the day, the most important thing is that the rule of law must be paramount in this country. What you cannot support where you live, don't come to Nigeria and support it. Because for some weird reason, your government is in power. Because I
Bastard,
know
but you
you
are
told.
supporting Nnamdi Kanu and Samuel
Oh, can
Ekpa.
mute your fucking mic now. Which kind
Bastard,
of they
but you
have
are
victim?
supporting Samuel Ekpa.
Bashuru, is it not the same thing I begged you here on this space? Allow this man to. It's about to round up now. Why do you want to make him to start afresh again? Allow him to round up. Is it that you are enjoying what he's saying or what? Allow him to round up, I beg. He's about to round up now.
If I support Nnamdi Kanu, what will you do? You will only cry about it. Sa akwa ke ya na ebe, ya na ebe akwa. If I support Nnamdi Kanu, what will you do about it? You will cry.
That's why they are slaughtering
Cry.
your people and you are a
You
coward.
understand?
You are
You
turning
go
a blind
cry.
eye.
If
That
I
is why
support
you
Nnamdi Kanu, you
don't
go
care about your
cry.
people.
Na mute
When
go
they
na
are
no fear can
slaughtering
kuku
your
na kidu
people,
dey
you
later.
turn a blind eye. But when something
Na mute go na
happened
no
in
fear can kuku
Ogun
abeg.
State, that is why we see vagabond like you. Your people
Mazi,
that are
how
being
do you take a
slaughtered,
space
how
today? I
many
can
times
exit that space, sir.
have you heard?
Okay, please, I beg you in the name of God. Now, Bashuru, please. It's like I'm going to drop you a little bit. When it's done, I'll pull you up. And if it get you, I will drop him as well. I'll pull you up as well. Let him round up in 30 seconds. I beg you, Bashuru. Let him land. Is it that you are enjoying what he's saying? Are you enjoying having argument with him? Let him finish now. You will speak after him. You will speak. Let him finish. Is it that hard? Let him finish. Reduce your volume. If this thing is paying you. Um,
Thank you very much.
Go ahead, Segu.
Yeah, they still don't understand the kind of person I am. Oh, guy, if I support Nnamdi Kanu, what will you do? You will cry. But at least you be Boko Haram. You are an ISWAP. You are a terrorist. You understand? Your zone is ravaged by terrorism. You're a terrorist. You're a Boko
There's no
Haram
sit at
supporter.
home every Monday in
You
my
go
zone, bro.
cry.
There's no sit at
You go
home.
cry. The
There is
bodies
no
are
sit
piling.
at home.
The Oga
There
your
is no
mic.
sit at home.
Mazi, how about this guy continue to do this? I will have to leave what I'm doing and then engage these people properly because I'm
You
doing this. I
are
just
not
want to
doing
round up.
anything. You are an Uber driver. You are an
Mazi,
Uber
Mazi.
driver. You're not doing
All
anything.
right, thank you.
You are an
Uber
Uber
driving
driver.
is a
Shut up
legit
your
work.
gutter. You are not doing
It is a
anything. You are an
legit
Uber
work. It is a
driver.
legit work.
You are a miserable.
Someone else.
Okay.
Big.
I think Grandmaster have one more 30 seconds to round up. Bashu,
Mazi, let me know that.
on this 30 seconds that I give Grandmaster to round up now. Bashu, if you target him, I'll drop him. Allow him to finish. And this is me now being honest. I think I've respected you enough. People are waiting to speak. Big Daddy has been here. Ayo has been here. He has not said anything on this space. Allow him to finish. When he's done, you can speak and say what you want to say. Is it not the same thing that you are doing here? Go ahead, Grandmaster.
Thank you very much. First of all, let me put it out there that Uber driver, we had a TED Talk app, is a very legit work. If you're an Uber driver, please be proud of yourself. You are doing something right. You are doing a very legal and legit work. Don't let people shame you into believing that what you are doing is wrong. Especially for people who are perpetual civil servants that are eating mama thank you. Don't let them ever bring you down. Stand strong and continue to do what you're doing. So let me end with this, Mazi. I don't have time for these guys anyway. So basically, what I'm saying is this: I'm happy that at the end of the day, EFCC has come out to clarify things. They should let the man go. If they have any case against him, let them build it up. They should not hold him and be doing the conducting the investigation. That is wrong. Uh, for whatever it is, I don't think anybody is going to burn down GTB. Those who want to remove their money from the account of GTB, it is their prerogative and their right. Nobody should police them. And to those emergency lovers of Nigerians who have refused to leave their abroad and come back to live in that wonderful Nigeria that is so much love, I give you kudos. Just please stop coming to these places to come and gaslight us. If you so much love that country, I want to see you in that country to come and live there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Grandmaster. Thank you. Let's have let's mix up the conversation. Ayo, you say you have network issue. I didn't know how we are going to do this. Ayo, go ahead. You say you have a network issue.
Mazi. Hello, Mazi.
Are you Ayo? Are you
Wait,
Ayo?
get waiting at
Did
the
they call your
discourse before.
name?
Wait now. Wait, you
Oh
go talk.
God.
Now, people when they say there's no law for Nigeria to arrest in the night, now they
Oh,
not
see, I don't
talk
have network. I don't have
that
network for all these things. I don't have network for all these things. You can say what you want to say. I'm not waiting. My network will soon go. I'm in Nigeria. I'm climbing
now so
mass
your
now.
network they fluctuate.
Now
Okay,
mass
go
where I
ahead.
did. My
Go
network no
ahead.
good.
Go
See,
ahead.
all this argument now. My network, it
Go
don't go minus
ahead
two now.
now.
Ah, okay, Max, the reason why I came up was because this morning some people were here saying that EFCC does not owe anybody anything. EFCC should not talk. Don't be EFCC now come out statement now. Say, oh, it's in our custody, we are charging him for this. You see, when some people in this country support illegality, the thing used to shock me. You will see intelligent people. They went to school, they have degrees, they have MSc. In fact, they have children in rich schools, but they will come here and just fool themselves like mumu every time. You just fool yourself. How can a security agent in Nigeria, and we know the terrain in Nigeria that a lot of things happen where police kidnap people, you don't even know where they are, and we are telling you that these people should inform people why they are arresting this person. Is for there to be good rapport with the citizens. You need to build trust. The security agencies need to build trust with the people. And this is how you build trust, by being transparent and telling people that this is the reason. And I'm happy that the EFCC has done this. You see, as I said, some people on these spaces that I meet, if they are ever opportune to be in position of leadership tomorrow, they will destroy this country. A lot of them, even the people that are in power today, are scared of these people that are coming up, these youths and these APC banger boys that you see on this Twitter space. If they hold power tomorrow, they can kill all Nigerians and say nothing will happen. How can you be so callous and so unintelligent in your thinking? They arrested somebody.
He's a popular person. I was here when people were arguing, is he a popular figure? Is he this? He's a popular person. People follow him. People come out to protest for him. He is known. He's popular. It's simple and short. So if you are going to have that kind of high-profile case, you have to be very, very careful with the way you deal with it. You let everything be transparent. This is the reason why we're arresting this person. This is the process. And when you file a charge, you let the charge go public too as well. It's a court file. It should be public for everybody to see what you're charging this person for. It's not a big deal if you're not hiding anything. But anyways, Mazi, I just came here. All these people that are talking, they cannot do half of what that VDM guy is doing. Oh. They would only come on Twitter and hide and do their small, small talk and run and hide inside their hole at the end of the day. All I just came here to say is that the ones that fooled themselves this morning, I hope they are feeling very stupid now that EFCC has released their press release. So next time when you are talking, think before you talk. That's why you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Listen twice before you open your mouth. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. At least you did not
Oh
insult
yeah,
anybody. Thank you. No. I have a lady here of favor. I have a lady here, and Big
No,
Daddy
I
has
no
been
go
here.
take time. Now this one just dey talk. They
Okay.
talk say there is no law that give the EFCC the power or the security agency power to arrest in the night. You were part of the discussion now. Hello, Mazi.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
No. What I said that there is no law that stop a security agency,
Yes,
and
that's the
there is
that's the
no
point.
particular time. There is no particular time any security agency cannot come to your house and arrest you
But
and say
they
that I want to
cannot
arrest you.
there
There's
is
no
no
in this country. There's no law that stop them for doing that. There's no law that stop them for doing that.
but there is law that says they can arrest at any time, even on public holiday, including Sunday, in the night, whatever time they can arrest at any time. So they were asking you for the law that give them the power because you said there was no law. So it was the law that I actually wanted to mention when I was asking Ayo to wait. So that is the Criminal Administration Justice of 2015, Section 148. It gives the security agency the power to arrest anybody at any time of the day or night, including Sunday, Saturday, or public holiday. So they can go and check that law. It was passed by the National Assembly in 2015 and accepted to by President Muhammadu Buhari. So they can go and check that law. That was the same law that was used when Igboho House was invaded in Ibadan. That was the same law that was used when Okorocha House was invaded in Imo. I think it was in Owerri. So they can go and check that. Thank you.
Now
Yes.
for Abuja they break it.
Yeah. Thank you.
They
Thank you
break
for
it
pointing that out.
enter.
Thank you for pointing that out.
Whenever
It's
it is so far in Nigeria, they
yeah.
have that law.
I will say this again. There is no. If you think that you go and be committing crime at the middle of the night, think that the police will not come. You are playing. You are joking. There is no law that stop police for going to do arrest at any particular time. There's no law. If there is, quote it here. Let's see. You are joking. This thing that they break my house at the middle of the night. Which law stop them for doing so? Which Nigeria constitution, which law, which act stop them for doing so in the first place? And we are saying he said PC, he said PC, APC, this APC, that. Come on now, can we be logical? And you come up here and pick up mic as grandmaster. You know how to shout, you know how to use English, and insulted literally everyone on this space. And they think that you're a smart person. Anyways, be my guy, but that behavior is not okay. We have been having this conversation since morning, since around 7 a.m. Nigerian time. Nobody have insulted anyone on this space until he came up. And people will literally come up here and stop and insult you. And I'm not going to stop them. And this is the honest thing. I'm not going to stop them. I'm sorry. I'm not going to stop them. So let's have Honorable Aisha. After them, they'll go to Big Daddy, then Bashoro. So Honorable, please go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Honorable Aisha Blakadu Yusuf. I just joined this space recently, and I just want to say a few words. Now, when I joined this space, that was when Grandmaster was talking, and he was making sense at first from what he was saying. But when he started with the insult, everything he was saying was just rubbish. If you want to talk, Yes, you have freedom of speech. Why not say what you want to say without insulting? Now he's not on the space, he has dropped out of the space. That is being self-centered. You come on space, you say what you want to say, you insult people, and you go off the space. That's very wrong. And I'm so sorry to say, Mazi, the host, right from when he started speaking nonsense, you should have even muted him, not for him to even say anything, because he wasn't making sense. And we're talking about a person's life. We're talking about humanity here. I'm not a fan of Very Dark Man, but I see what he does, and he helps people, he assists people. Yeah, EFCC are right in their own way, but at the same time, what they are doing to him is wrong. They took somebody without saying anything for close to a week. We want to know because he's part of us. But the problem again with us Nigerians is we are pointing fingers. Why? It's APCO, it's that one. Oh, why? Why not we face what is really important? If we are united and we work together, we can sort a lot of things. But the reality is we are too tribalistic, we're too religious by God. Why? How do we solve issues that are at hand? And yes, Ayo said something, but at the same time, I succumb with what Ayo said, but Ayo too was a bit insultive. If you want to prove your point without having to insult. I feel people that insult have nothing to say upstairs. Now, our youth, let's be realistic. Our youth, we are the worst. Once we get into power, we are going to be the worst. Like, we cannot handle being in authority. That's just the honest truth. Please, let's come together. Let's share ideas. Let's have values that will make Nigeria go forward. Not insulting and blaming APC, blaming whosoever. I really needed Grandmaster to be on this space. Because that's him being self-centered. He just said what he wanted to say, insult people, and just went off the space. It doesn't work like that. If you want to say your mind, respect people. Respect other people's opinion. Yes, we all have different opinions and perspectives. It's okay. But do not come on space and insult people and you feel it's okay. That's very wrong. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aisha. Thank you so much. Had it been that he listened to you, because I'll be complaining about this each time he speak on this space. Now insult. You can make your point.
I'm so sorry, sir. But you are the one that give him that space. Once he starts insult, cut him off. You cut him off. Let there be respect. He's talking about laws, but he's not following it. Why? You told all of us to calm down, to keep quiet. And we did. Everybody was pissed. Everybody had something to say. He didn't have to insult Bashiru. Bashiru was saying that they are killing people in Igbo land. Why did he have to insult Bashiru saying he's Boko Haram and all that? That's very wrong.
That one I think is overreaching. But anyway, but remember as well, Bashiru said that he's supporting IPOP. So I think this is an insult. Yeah. I think Bashiru said that he's supporting Nnamdi Kanu and this and that, blah blah blah. And he's trying to let Bashiru know that he's supporting Boko Haram Honestly, I'm just tired. Sometimes, if you are trying to stop them, they will tell you that you are gagging them to speak. That a lot of people have speak on this space and they are gagging them to speak. Some of the time. So this is it. I didn't want to be in a situation where people are accusing me of being I'm gagging you. I'm gagging you.
If you
are just there, they will start dragging me. So that is it.
If you want to do the right thing, Mazi, people are going to accuse you. That's just how life is. But you got to do the right thing. If people are not following the laws, they are not doing things right, you cut them off. Let people
He initially came up here. I forgot and called APC boys. Forgot that even I did the same. I forgot that I'm also an APC person, right? As far as I'm supporting Tinubu, I'm not an APC person, and I'm here this morning speaking that the way Amana EFCC went about arresting VDM is not good. Since morning, I've literally argued with everyone on this space, coming up here saying me that this and that. I will tell them no. Because of the public interest on this case.
Honorable Aisha, let's not reduce this thing to the manner. Let's keep it to the cross of the matter, the discussion we are discussing. Let's leave all this. We know insults are not good, but let's focus on the processes, what
That is
happened, the
what I'm
law.
saying. That's the
Thank
same
you.
thing. Let's focus on the person.
Okay.
VDM.
No, not just on the person. Let's focus on the processes. Let's focus on the process because Ayo came here now because sometimes we want to be what is it called, activist, and we just come and speak and think maybe we are bastion of morality. I don't know what else. We said that personally. I don't know whoever he's talking about, but I said that the lawyer, the EFCC can inform
Yeah,
the
please.
lawyer
I'm
or
so sorry.
nominated.
Grandmaster is here. Can I just say a few words,
No,
please?
no,
I'm
no.
so
Don't,
sorry.
don't please. Let's not make it to become a prowl. Please, let's not make it. Let's
No, he
discuss
Maybe
it.
wasn't
Bigos,
here. He
Bigos, just
wasn't
allow her
here.
to
Is
say
not
what
I'm
she
speaking
wants to
coming.
before
say.
No,
me.
No,
don't
no, no,
You
cut
no
me
pig will
insult,
off.
not
please.
speak
Let's not
before
I'm
make
me.
it.
That
sorry.
fat pig will not speak
Let
No, no,
let
no,
before
her
no,
say
no,
me.
no,
what she
no,
wants to
Pastor,
say,
That
please.
Pastor,
fat
no, no, no,
pig
no,
will
no,
not speak
no, no,
before
no,
me.
no, 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 no.
That's I beg now, I beg. Oh yeah, I think Honorable Aisha wants to address Grandmaster. Maybe
No, no, but let's
I
not
know,
make
I
it
know,
a
I
brawl,
know, I
please.
know. Grandmaster respect women a lot because Obuna respect woman. Normally, so for Corona, they was. I you for Corona, so allow her to talk to him. Maybe he's going to calm down and learn something today. Nobody is above of learning. Insulting anybody does not make you trying to. I mean, you can make your point without insulting people. Kenika will come up here. Kenika is, in fact, is against APC. He can come up here and say what he wants to say without insult. These are the problem I have with Mr. TVs the other day on this space. You can make your point without insulting people. Honestly, insulting people does not make you an intelligent person. I'm telling you the honest truth. I'm telling you. Honorable Aisha, please go ahead.
Grandmaster, please, if you can hear me, just listen attentively. I'm just talking to you as a sister, a Nigerian sister to a Nigerian brother. I'm not insulting you or anything. When I came on this space, I was so happy when you were speaking. I listened to everything you said. You made valid points. But do you know where you started fucking up? You started fucking up when you started insults. Grandmaster, that is so wrong. And I see you as somebody who is self-centered. When you make valid points, but you mix it with insult, then whatever you're saying is not more relevant. And when I came online to say something like to calm you down, the next thing you said, I should shut the fuck up. You didn't even care whether I was a woman, whether I was a man. That's so wrong, Grandmaster. It's not good.
So
You don't
his
address people
mother
like that.
failed woefully in training him. Sorry about
Basharu,
that.
you
He
are
will
not the
No,
blame
no,
it
person
on
no,
his
again.
but
mother.
Jesus Christ. Are you a lady, Bashoro? Why must you interject a lady, Bashoro? Why must you interject a lady? I will come there and carry my sister now. What is wrong with you? That's what you do, my sister. Eh? She will be speaking, you will be interjecting her. That's what you do. Oh, respect yourself, Bashoro. Allow Honorable Aisha to speak. You know they like the voice. Honorable Aisha, please. So sorry for that.
no, no problem. Bashiru, when we are done now, I'm taking you to Sharia court. We'll settle it there. But please, Bashiru, please just keep quiet. Please, I beg you in the name of God. If not, we'll settle. You know how we do our things. Please, Grandmaster, you made valid points. Please, but when you started with the insult, it just turned me off. Like all what you said, well, you are not even making any points anymore. And it doesn't work like that. You have freedom of speech, but respect people. You don't need to insult people. I beg you in the name of God, Grandmaster. I'm just correct. Yeah, I'm correcting you for next time. From your facial expression, from the emoji, I can see how you feel. Maybe people don't tell you the truth, but people who really love you would come up and tell you your flaws and tell you where you're right. You are making valid points, but please do not insult people. Always respect other people's opinion, not just yours. Please, we are all here together and we are here for the cause VDM versus EFCC. I beg you in the name of God, please. That's all I want to say. Thank you so much.
All right, Nnaemeka, please, can I just say something shortly as I was addressed? Right now, Aisha is here.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
All right, thank you. Aisha, thank you very much. I appreciate the way you spoke to me. In fact, this is my first time encountering your space, and I appreciate, the reason why I actually had to interrupt you while you were trying because normally there are just some voices I know on this app, and the moment they start speaking, I don't want to hear from them. So I thought you're one of those. In fact, I've never encountered you before. I hear what you said, but I'll explain to you one thing. Those who know me on this app will tell you that I am the god of bass boost. I don't run away from insults. I treat people the way they treat me or the way they treat others. There's this air of superiority and insolence and arrogance that people who support the so-called government of the APC speak with when they come up in spaces to speak to Nigerians. And I equalize it. That is just me. I equalize it. I hate their arrogance. I hate the way they speak to Nigerians as if they don't matter. That after every all said and done, Nigerians will have to capitulate to what they want. I hate it and I hate it so much. So when I come up and I speak in spaces and I see them, I speak to them in the language they do understand. Please don't take it as if it's just me, insulting everybody out there. No, this is not me. But the people that I speak about, that is why when I was speaking in abstract. They know themselves. I did not call names, but it hits them just like a hit dog. They will holler, right? I hit them. That is why they
We
came up
know
to
your
start
mother
speaking.
did a poor job. Shut up your
Can you
miserable
can
mouth.
you
Let
tell
me
these
Shut
guys to
up,
stop
shut up
mentioning my
your
Bashorun.
mom?
mouth. Let
Shut
me
up,
speak.
Bashorun Joe.
Shut
Mazi,
up. Let me speak. Your
Now,
mother
is it
did
Bashorun
a
dey
possible you
poor
can
talk.
tell
job.
these guys
Your
to stop
mother
mentioning
did
my
a poor
mom?
job in
Bashiru,
training you. We
Bashiru,
know
Is
that
it
your
possible,
mother
Mazi, you
did
can
a
tell these
poor
guys to
job
Sound like
stop
in
a
mentioning my
training
bully.
you.
mom?
Shut
You
Bashiru,
are
up
a
your
pop
mouth,
terrorist.
Bashorun. Shut up
Your
Is
your
it
mouth.
mother
Bashiru,
did
possible
a
you
Shut
can
poor
tell
up
these
job
your
guys
in
to
bringing
stop
your
you up.
mentioning my
your.
No,
mom?
we
Say
know
you are
that.
still a
Bashiru,
train,
And
eh?
we've moved on.
Say your own
Your
mother
Bashiru,
tell
mother
you,
please.
did a
Bashorun.
poor job in
Say
raising
Bashiru,
your
you.
own
please.
We
mother.
know that.
Okay, you people will not relate this conversation. Like my senior brother Yakachi has said, I think it's Aisha. You will not handle this. You will not handle this. To be honest,
Friend, and we have quite a number of other leaders who have come. Tony Ilwobe. Ilwobe means I don't do bad. And in fact, once you have joined APC, all your sins are forgiven.
to speak to Grandmaster. I've tried, in fact, even in his DM, I've tried begging him, bro, you need to calm down. You can have your own opinion, others will have their own opinion, and move on. There's no need insulting people. There's no need, right? There's no need. But there are ways you can throw a jab. People will not see it as if as an insult. You can throw that jab. Yeah, in your mind, people who know you will not say, hey, this one, you don't, this jab enter. But the things that a jab we throw. Not to come boldly and be insulting people, this and that. This is internet. You may be bigger than them, they may be bigger than you, right? If you see them on the face, see, there is no anything I would say on this place I cannot be able to say on a person's present face. Anything I will tell you on this place, I will tell you when I see you face to face. I will tell you. If I insult you here, if I see you face to face, I will insult you. If I can be able to do that on this space, I will do that. So not people who come online and say, the life I live online is different from the life I live physically. I'm not like that. So please, and please, let's just move on. Grandmaster, calm down, go and drink water. Akpogom one name wine, can you go for bono? Go for bono, Grandmaster. Calm down, calm down. This fire will not be quenched. The way I'm seeing it. I never chopped since morning. Oh my goodness. This fire cannot be quenched. Please, I beg you, Grandmaster, just do it for me. Please, I beg you. Let's just leave this matter. There's no need explaining. You go explain tire. People who in sort of this place no go agree. You go explain tire. The people who you don't know this sort of no go agree. Let's just move on, Jare. Let's just
So
move on.
Mazi, you supposed to caution Bashorun so that you can be balanced.
okay,
He's
let's
here
leave it now.
interjecting
Yes,
Let's
everything
leave
all
it
the
that's
now.
time. Even
call
when
Let's
those
leave.
Aisha
people
was
to
speaking,
order.
he will
That's
be
So
talking
rude.
somebody
like a train.
insulted
Why
my
you
mom.
not
Instead
stop
of you to
Bashorun? You
take him
don't have
down,
to
you
stop
Your
muted me while I
mother
was
did a
speaking.
poor
a
job, you
train.
And then
fat
see,
pig. Your
Bashorun,
mother.
Please now. I think I'm calling everyone out. Bashiru, stop. Is it not Bashiru I've been calling out here since? Haven't I threatened Bashiru that I'm going to take him down? Grandmaster, when you are insulting people, did I take you down? Why are you protesting I should take someone down? One honor the on Baraka. You cannot insult people and tell that person how to return your insult. Honor the Ejina born Baraka. To be honest, if you must insult, prepare for the return of the insult. Please, I beg every one of us on this space. Let us stay on the topic. Insult will never achieve anything. At the end of
so
the day, we are going to end up and be those people that we are criticizing. That is what we are going to end up doing.
Mazi, can we
Please,
remain on the topic?
Bashiru and
Can we
Grandmaster,
discuss the
let us
can we
quench this fire. Let us quench this fire, beg. Now, beg at the beg. Let us move ahead. Calling his mom, calling his this and that, Boko Haram this, IPOP this, does not make any sense. Does not make any sense. Please. Please, I beg you in the name of God. And don't bring, well, anyways.
Bashor,
Please,
ISWAP go behead your
Mazi, you know,
parents. Now ISWAP go
Your
behead your children.
mother did
Now
a
ISWAP go
torture
please,
now
you.
Mazi, can
accident
you
go
drop
Shut
kill
it,
up
you
please?
for
your
your
mouth,
house.
Mazi,
See,
fat
drop
pig.
it,
now
please.
accident
You
go
Let's
kill
move
your
fat
on.
pig.
Let's
parents.
focus
Shut
on the
up
Now
your
topic.
mouth.
ISWAP go
You
behead your
fat
children.
pig.
I
Mazi,
don't
Shut
Mazi,
up
believe
don't
that
your
now
drop it,
mouth,
ISWAP now
please.
they go
fat
behead your
pig.
children.
What is your name? Magda what is your name? My name is Magda. Your name is Mansa. Magda. Bansa. Magda. Mazda. Magda. Magda. Mark it down. Magda. Eh? Magda. Magda. Magdalene. The full name. Okay. Ha! Since I am here, you know, say Magda. Magda. Mazda. No, I didn't say Mazda. Manta. I said, can't go smash that. Manta. You see, which one? So your name is what? My name is full name Magdalene. Magdalene. Yes.
Magdalene who? Magdalene who?
Mama, why are you bopping? Why are you bopping this thing in this age? Now age again as Amanda. That's the short form. That's how everybody. That's the short form. That's how everybody call me. You say? That's the short form. That's. Mama, you are before God. Yes. You need your
balance. Then I will bring you guys up again. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining us. So, yeah. Who is trying to
Mazi,
tell me something?
Mazi,
Yes.
Mazi, you're biased.
Mazi, don't
Last
forget.
week, Inonjo abused me on this
Mazi,
space
will I
last
be
week. He
able
did
to
not drop
talk
him.
Yusuf now, waiting
on
be this
behalf?
now.
No, for
Let's
now,
focus on the
for
Matter
now,
of
topic.
last
Mazi
week,
has
we go
been
to treat for
He
this
has
page
been
now.
balanced. He has been
Let's
balanced for
focus
now.
on the
He did the
topic
right thing
now.
for
How
now.
about you
He has
don't
been
pass this
balanced.
thing? Wait, see.
Oh,
Let's
Tina,
focus on the
don't they
topic.
bias now, Tina. I don't they
How am I
bias now.
biased? You are balanced now. So because you say being back on
Okay,
no go
okay,
don't
okay.
they hear
Tina,
the voice.
They
Back
think
on no
say
go they hear the voice two times.
they tell
As
me
he
say
they
I they
shout for
bias.
everybody, go down the hear him voice two
Mazi,
times.
are you going to continue with this argument? Let's
Yeah,
anybody
let's move
that
on.
don't want to discuss on the topic, drop the person.
Let's have Big Daddy. I beg. Let's have Big Daddy. Let's
You
have Big
come here,
Daddy.
now fight, you they fight. And if you are not here to discuss the topic, go down. Don't come here and be fighting people. This is not a fight now. We are coming here to learn. If there are things that I will say, if you don't agree, you can correct me. If I'm wrong, I can say, okay, oh, maybe I didn't say it right. I can agree to you. But if you come here and begin to insult people and begin to make this thing, nobody must be right. So trying to come here and begin to draw fight and this thing, it doesn't make sense. Please, man, I beg you, let's focus on the matter. Focus on the matter. Leave insult. Let's leave insult and anything. Please, let's focus on the matter. We can learn a lot of things. Like Olafevo has mentioned the constitution. With
Only
numbers
I'm the
of
one
giving
that
me,
is
I don't
supposed to
know.
go.
So
I'm
thank
the one
you.
that is supposed to go.
Big Daddy, please go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. I've been following the VDM matter, and you see, what frustrates me in this life is when I see people dehumanizing other human beings, belittling other people because of what? Because today you have somebody in power that you support and you have sold your soul and life to. Someone came and was saying that if he was the leader, and that was why I requested the mic, that if he was the one leading GT Bank, right, that he wouldn't have given any response to, or any statement on the matter. That is it because of your 1,000 naira that you are depositing in the bank? First of all, I have been on this matter for so long. It is a lie. They say, oh, the person even said that actually that you are depositing 1,000 naira for the bank to even have, for the bank to allow you to have a bank account, they are even running at a loss. But thank God for this. If not, we will not be able to know the true character of some people. A lot of people that we thought were objective people wouldn't have shown us their true face today. Today, some people can feign ignorance and some people are revealing their true color, telling us the extent to which they think. First of all, except a bank is very, very stupid. Let me say it. A bank is very, very stupid before they will run at a loss. Yes. Saying that a 1,000 naira person, it means you don't even know what a bank is and how banks make money and even how they make profit. You don't know. You don't know. That's why, let me tell you, banks are going out looking for people to deposit money. There is a reason why they want people to deposit money, no matter how much amount of money. There is a reason. Because that is the basis. That is the basis on which they can loan out money. I have been telling people, go and learn about fractional reserve banking and understand what credit reserve ratio means. You don't come. It's not everything that is common sense. Because you can speak English, because you have passed your exam, you are a technical person, does not mean that you can apply common reasoning to everything. That's simple reasoning or common sense does not work in everything. Go and learn how things truly work. That is one. You said, what is if a bank, if somebody arrests someone in my building, what is my business? That is why you are not the leader of the bank now. That is why you are not the leader of the bank. Because banks have something called, what do you call it? Their image, I've forgotten the word. To their brand, yes. Their brand. I was waiting. I've been following it since 3 days. I say whether or not, in my mind, I know that one day, whether GT Bank likes it or not, they must talk. Because it will affect their brand. They want people to have a certain perception about their bank. And if people now start having some negative perception about it, they won't like it. So, guys, that is what I want to say. For me, I
What
want.
is the talk, sir? Because I don't know what they cook. What is they cook?
No, the people that know what I'm cooking, maybe you don't understand, but somebody came here on your space and was insulting Nigerians, poor Nigerians, that or common Nigerians, that their 1,000 naira that they are using to protest against GT Bank is rubbish. I cannot stand for
So
that.
because you have 1,000 naira, let's assume you have because because you have 1 million naira in GTB Bank. Is that the reason? Is that the reason why that gave you the right to say calling for the burning down of GTB? Because I saw some people doing
No,
that.
Mazi,
So what are you saying exactly?
allow me to. You see, Mazi, me, I don't fall into this kind of argument. My argument is very clear. If you have your 1,000 naira in GT Bank and in protest of what you feel, not what I feel, before somebody will come and quote me, what you feel that GT Bank has aided or supported, you decide that you want to withdraw your money, you are within the right to do so. You see, you can protest without resorting to criminality. When you talk about burning the bank, it's criminal action. You don't need me to come and tell you that is a crime. So that is what, but coming to denigrate people and belittle them that because they are poor. How many people you in your family, the person that is talking, how many people in his family has 100,000 naira in their account? How many? Maybe his immediate family.
I remember who you are talking to, right? Big Daddy, the problem here is that there are a lot of people who said, I want to withdraw my money. There are a lot of group of people again who said, let us go after the GTB banks branch all over the place and burn it down. Those tweets are still alive today. So many people called it out. So are you supporting those ones?
It is not I'm not commenting on those ones, Mazi. You don't tell me what I want to talk about. I'm commenting specifically on the one that is denigrating Nigerians. When crime is committed in the country, there are people that are responsible for it. If you have intention to commit crime, our police are surveilling the Nigerian social media space. Government has invested in them to check what is happening. When people threaten to burn banks, they know what to do. So I can decide to talk and condemn or not talk about it. I know that we have competent authorities that can handle that. But when you come and insult law-abiding Nigerians that want to follow the right way, what is within their right to protest what they do not like, you want to insult them, you want to poverty shame them. I will not stand for that. That is not, and I will have to speak against it. That is what I believe in. You see, what my advice is, and this is my position now, and since this matter started, I have not spoken about it because I do not just all of a sudden vouch for human beings that I don't really know much about. If the police have arrested someone, yes, those that are calling for explanation for what he has done, I agree that the police need to tell us this is a person of public interest. The police need to tell us, or whatever authority arrested him need to tell us why he is being arrested, right? For me to take a position on the matter, I need to understand what is really happening. I won't call for a release of someone that might potentially, quote and unquote, I am not saying because some people don't know how to think. If you are arrested, I'm assuming that the police is on their right and you have probably done something wrong. That's what I'm assuming. You get? So when we have the fact of the matter before us, then we can take a position. So I am with those ones that want to understand what has VDM done wrong. Because when you ignore, whether you like VDM or not, when you ignore an infringement on the right of one person, when it comes to you are enabling injustice, and one day it will come to you. And that is my position, and that has always been my position. And when you cripple or undermine the powers of law enforcement agencies, one day that you need those law enforcement agencies to come to help you, they may not be there. So we have to strike a balance. We have to strike a balance as we are having this discussion. Yes, we need to know exactly that VDM is not being witch hunted, that he has actually done something wrong, and then let the rule of law take its course. If not, then the police should do the right thing and we will speak against it. So, Mazi, thank you for opening the space. But those that said that they want to withdraw their money because that is how they perceive the issue, nobody should broke shame them. Nobody should broke shame them.
Okay, thank you. At least you have your right to choose whoever you want to talk to, but the other people have a right to choose whoever the people they want to address. Yeah, you cannot also
Mazi,
stop them for doing so, right? Because other people choose to address people who are calling for the burning down of GTB Bank branches all over across the country, right? Which is not good. Which is not good. You choose not to call them out. You choose to focus on people saying, "I'm going to withdraw my money," which is their right, anyways, as a form of protest, which is their right. You choose to speak for them. No problem. So we cannot. This is the reason why I said people's opinion should be respected, right? Respect mine. Let me respect yours, like the way I did today, right? And I will normally do, and I will always do. Thank you. So thank you so much, Big Daddy. Let's have
Mazi, na me next.
Yeah, Favor Bashuru. Yeah, Favor and Bashuru. Yeah.
Okay,
But
thank you.
Bashoro, don't insult anybody here, Bashoro. Don't insult
Yeah,
anybody.
I've addressed him on DM. I begged them on DM.
Okay, thank you, Mazi. Oh yeah, everybody. Good afternoon, good morning. You know, I just want to quickly say one or two things. From where Big Daddy stopped, anybody can put money in the bank and decide to take the money at any time he or she wants. That there's no problem about that. And for people that are saying, oh, 1,000, 2,000, if you know how the bank operates, they cherish those small savers than the big money because those small savers stabilizes the bank. The big guys can come one day and take out that money, and that's it. So if you have been to the bank operations and you know how it works, they cherish those small savers more than the big guys. Yes, the big bag money may come, they take it to the interbank market or whatever they do there. Yes, they make money, but that will not stabilize the bank like small savers. So they cherish all the customer because they have their own potentials and what they use them for. That is by the way. Then concerning people that were talking about, oh, why would they go, the way the EFCC, the police, the way they arrest people, I think I mentioned that this was treated exhaustively when Igboho case happened. The security agencies, they can go to anybody's house, place of work, anywhere within the territorial border of Nigeria to arrest at any time, including Sunday, Saturday, public holiday. It doesn't matter. In fact, if you read that provisions very well, I think in section 149, it says that they can use reasonable force when access is being denied, which means they can break your door, they can break your fence, they can break the wall of your house in order to effect that arrest. This was passed by National Assembly. This is not an executive order. It was not even an executive bill. It was passed by the National Assembly in 2014, towards the end of 2014, and it was accepted by President Buhari in his first term. We can go and check this. So I think that should settle that matter that they come, they jump through the fence, they do this, they do that. That is part of the law of the country. It may be crazy, it may be something that we view in a different light, but that is the law.
Sorry, not to interrupt you. What bill are you talking about? Is it ACJA or Cyber? What bill exactly?
ACGA.
It wasn't
That's what
passed
I'm
by
talking
Buhari, but
about.
anyway.
Can you post
2014.
it? Can you post the evidence so that
It
people will
wasn't
see?
passed
No,
by
you can go
Buhari,
and
but
check it. If I
okay.
post it, some people will eventually say it was edited. You can
No,
check
no,
it.
no.
You can
Post
Google
it
it.
now. Let's see now. Let's know what you're
No,
saying is
you
true.
check it. You check it. If you say something different from what I'm saying, then you let me know.
No, a favor, or a favor. Post it. Let's see. Nobody will. Anybody that we
Where
will
I
know what
am
is
now, I
real.
do not have access to it.
Okay, that's fine. That's
I
fine.
do not have access to it where I am, but I'm very sure if you go online, you check it, you will see it. This newspaper, online newspaper, the Cable, even did a very detailed analysis of it when the case of Igboho happened. I remember very well. Even Channels, they brought this guy to Channels TV, GT Ogunye or so, the lawyer to Channels television. He was on the TV, and he also discussed this matter when Igboho matter happened. So that is about that. Then concerning this issue of EFCC and VDM, for me personally, where I will take exception is when people start relating the EFCC action to APC. That is where I will take exception. We all know the atrocity the security agencies in Nigeria have been committing, even during the military era, during the PDP. When EFCC was set up by Obasanjo, we know what Obasanjo used EFCC for, including dragging an Inspector General of Police on the floor, on the ground. Tafa Balogun, when they went to arrest him, they dragged him like a common criminal off the floor. This same EFCC, that was during the era of PDP.
So the point I'm trying to make is that this is not about a political party, but the way and manner our security agencies behave. And these are Nigerians. It doesn't matter the party in power. We interact with police officers every day on the street. During the military era, during the PDP, and now during the APC. We know the way they behave. The only thing I'm trying to bring up here is that for you now to say, oh, because it's APC in government, they have destroyed the country, as if when PDP was there, it wasn't like this. What are we talking about? If the security agencies have done something wrong, I think we should be able to call them out. Yes, we may say, okay, it is the APC in power that should be able to correct them. That is fine. We know what happened to Yaya Bello, the kind of drama that happened when they wanted to arrest him. We know what happened when they wanted to arrest Rota Zokorota in Abuja, that they were going through the ceiling of his house because they said they have the law. We know what happened I think it was in Anambra State, when they wanted to arrest one guy and the guy shot at them because they jumped the fence. So this has been the issues with the security agency. It's not about a political party. It doesn't matter the party in power. If Peter Obi is in government today, are we saying the security agency will stop misbehaving? Is that what we are insinuating? So this is about our institution that is populated by Nigerians. We know Nigeria, we Nigerians, even some of us that are not a security agent, we know what we do in our private life. We know how we oppress people. We know how we use these same security people to oppress people during the time when OPC was reigning in Yoruba land. We know what people were doing with OPC. I was telling somebody the other day that I was in Anambra for 6 years. We know what people were doing with the vigilante people. So these are the way Nigeria behave. Whenever they have just little power, they want to oppress, they want to show it to the next person. Just be driving on the road now, and you happen to want to drag the road with the next person with a big car. Then the next thing is that, you know who I am? I will make sure I deal with you today. And in your presence, we start making call. Just to make sure it shows you that he has certain power that you do not have. These are the issue with the Nigerian society. It's not about the party in power. But for us to now zero it down to like, oh, it is APC that has destroyed the country, as if when PDP was there, it wasn't like this. We know what this guy did to Darie, a former governor. We know what they did to him. I wouldn't know when some of us started following Nigerian politics. If you have been following Nigerian politics during the time of Babangida, Abacha, Abubakar Salami, Obasanjo, to Yaradua, Jonathan Buhari, you will know that there has never been a time where our security agencies have behaved professionally. It's always been, they want to show that force. They want to show that force. They want you to know that, oh, we have the power to do this and nothing will happen. And with the citizens, we are enabling them every now and then. If you have the money, you want to oppress the next person. We all saw what happened to this guy now. This guy that they said Obi Kubana told the police to go and arrest. We all saw the story. So these are the issues that we should be talking about. How we going to have this orientation for Nigeria so we can change the way we behave when we have power, not to oppress the next person. It's not about, because APC is in power, Nigeria has, the SPC has destroyed Nigeria. Nigeria is no longer a country. Nigeria, if you are outside the country, you come in and make sure you enjoy what APC has done. We have been in this country when PDP was in power for 16 years. I'm not saying it should continue like that, but it's not about the political party. That is my point. Thank you, Mazi.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So,
Maz, I think I'm the next.
No, you're not. You know, mute your mic. Bashir, are you there?
First time speaker.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you so much. I greet everybody. Let me first of all apologize to the House, with the exemption of the vagabond, that I was referring to, for the unnecessary brouhaha. I joined the space for over 2 hours, and without an intention of making any contribution, but to listen. And you all are
I think we have gone past this now. I
okay.
beg.
And here's what I will say. Mazi, I requested the mic because of it. I remember vividly, even in his miserable introduction, he started by cursing and insulting with Igbo, and you reprimanded him. It was until I couldn't take it anymore that I request for the mic, to let him know that if you think you have the monopoly of insult, if people are keeping quiet and watching them come out to embarrass and curse your family members and your mother and father, some of us will come, to actually tell you to your face that you lack that home training. That is why you cannot make a simple public, contribution without descending to the gutter to curse and insult. This is just the statement I wanted to make, why I requested the mic, and I'm still on. I'm here to check his madness. Thank you so much. I yield.
Oh, you're not here to speak on the topic. There's no need. Okay, let's move on. Let's have Kenike. Dr. Kenike. If Dr. Kenike is not there, let's have Tina. Yeah, please go ahead.
And then I'll just quickly go on the topic. Minister Favored, I like your submission, though I don't agree with all of them. And very well, when I look at the case about Very Dark Man and the arrest, well, it's another case of illegality. Like Mr. Favor already alluded to the fact that there are so many illegalities. You understand? Even when the issue of this boy that was arrested, Quadri, charged to court without unfound claim, the young youth that were charged to court over a protest and they didn't take them through juvenile process. There are so many illegality, you understand? So that's why I'm not just really very much awash about it, because this has not been happening since today. But you see, one thing that baffles me is because we talk so much about our image, about some people demarketing the country. In fact, you'll see some governors that see themselves as saints. They will come and talk about somebody that you are demarketing Nigeria, and they will wonder the kind of image that Nigeria is being protected to the international community. It is very, very simple and clear. We are lawless. Our security agents are lawless. And funny enough, they have a standard operating procedure, the SOPs, you understand? They don't follow their own laws, you understand? When you even talk about traffic laws, this set of people are one of people, they break traffic law. I can assure you, even the day they came to pick Very Dark Man, they would have broken a lot of traffic laws, and then you understand, you will just see how these people don't follow normal standard procedure. And then when some people were saying, yeah, some candidates, even if they get to office, look, everybody will not be like the rest. The fact that madness has been going on for several decades doesn't mean it should continue to go on like that. Because if we have the right people in power, then we can be able to curtail all these excesses and the wrong things that they are doing. You understand? So I don't see somebody like Peter Obi getting 20 power and he won't look into the standard operating procedures of all these agents.
You are not campaigning now. Can you try
No,
to
no,
bring
I'm not
Peter Obi
campaigning. I'm
into
not
this?
campaigning. Let me just move forward.
You are not campaigning now, trying to bring Peter Obi into this. Now
Mazi,
you will turn this place into put Obi conversation.
Mazi, it was Mr. Favor that alluded to the fact that even if Peter Obi gets into power, he won't address such. And I say I don't agree with that, because I see him as someone that will look into that standard operating procedures of the security agencies. I wouldn't even talk about it if Mr. Favor has not gone into that particular. He didn't make
Oh, I
that was
missed
why
that.
I
I missed
went.
that. I
That
was
was
here.
why I went about it. You understand? So, Mazi, that's why I went. So, my own take is very, very simple here. Even if we say there is actually a law that mandates our security agency to charge anybody or arrest anybody if they are under a proof of suspicion, you understand? If you are going to arrest somebody, because Economic Financial Commission, they are actually looking into cases of financial fraud, economic crimes. I think that's what they are mostly into. You understand? And then there's another agency. If you break traffic law, we have the FRSC. If you're actually a cyber bullying or cyber or a violence against another human being, we have the police, we have several security agencies. If it's a treasonable offense, we have the DSS. So my whole understanding here, which is very, very clear, is that even if you would charge somebody, you arrest somebody, which you have the right to, you pick them up. Now, within 24 hours, whatever claim you have according to the law, you must exercise it in the right process. If you have enough evidence and you have enough substantive claim to charge this person to court within 24 hours, in a reasonable society, you should be able to do it within that 24 hours timeline. If you are claiming they went into robbery, you saw a shell on the floor, and you are not able to link that particular pistol or that gun to them, you can't hold them within 24 hours. They have the right to a bail. In fact, when your lawyer comes, they have the right to get them out of there within 24 hours. So far, you cannot substantiate your claims. That's why you go to reasonable countries, you see their law enforcement agency, they will see the criminal, they will be doing a background check, they will be doing a background follow-up with that person. In fact, they will even go to the extent that they will want to even get some DNA swab from you. Maybe when you eat something and you drop it, they pick it up, they take it to the lab. They want to link you to the crime. They want to have hard evidence before they can hold you beyond 24 hours. If they can't have that hard evidence, you understand, just like EFCC is just playing nitty-gritty with this issue now. You have taken someone up since last week, you are now coming on Tuesday, you are now posting, even what you posted, the whatever you are charging that person for, it is not there. You are just saying you have to, why are you charging the person? Why are you holding on to the person? You are not saying you are giving him administrative bail, something you should have given him since last week. After 24 hours, that man should be out of that place. If you don't have your claim, you release him on bail, then you carry on with your investigation. When you have enough evidence to come and pick him up, you will come and take him up immediately and then you do the right. I don't know if you don't follow this right process, you understand? And we'll come and say foreign direct investment, we have international communities. We are the biggest marketer. So I want us to see this particular case as one of the activities of demarketing Nigeria. So that you will not come and close your eyes and say, okay, it is only when this person goes somewhere that's why they are demarketing Nigeria. You understand? And for people that are saying, well, if you have 1,000 naira, I know somebody have already cleared that fact. But let me tell you, like they say it already. Every bank have their own policy on current and savings accounts. They call it CASA. All the bank, they know what improve their balance sheets. So one of the things that move it is transaction counts. Transaction counts happens every day, and it's one of the biggest factors that drive it. That's why you see a bank every Thursday or Friday. You see them in the market. They will display boss and they will be dancing, and you see the marketers going around to meet the market woman, come and open account because they know, even as of today, at least more than 70% of the population is still on bank. So I don't know why you come and sit here and say 100 naira or 1,000 naira does not matter in your bank account. It matters, especially for this bank that are always taking charges of 6 naira, 4 naira. How do you think they are deriving their money? So, Manzi, especially, I have already explained that case. But me, if you will charge somebody to court, do your investigation completely before you even go and arrest that person. And if you are going to arrest them maybe because of something, you should be able to release them within 24 hours if you don't have the right claim to hold them into that particular crime. Thank you.
But they will go to bank and extend. I request extension of holding that person if they are not done with their investigation as well. They can do that. But what I'm more of telling it's, EFCC that if you know that this message you waited until today to put out could have been put out before today, right? It could have been done before today. This message you waited until today before you put it out.
Simple. Have the right claim. Go to court. But if you don't have anything against them within 24 hours, release them, let them go. Simple.
Okay, let's have a look at
And we come here and say these are the activities that is marketing Nigeria.
let's have a look at them polonium. Yeah. If Dr. Konika is done before, then we can go.
Okay, thank you very much, Amas. Let me. This is very quick. You see, when we are having public debates about processes in this country, just like Favor have said, we reduce it to party, government, this thing. It makes it pedestrian. Most of us here, nobody is a monopoly of knowledge. I did not study criminology. Neither does Nnaemeka. And I'm not sure Polonium studied criminology. So, and I'm not a lawyer. I can give my opinion. Another person can come and give their opinion. You can correct me. Mr. Daniel came here and he corrected me on something. I agree with him. So when people come and then they throw it into a brawl, it doesn't. I don't know what Mazi, you see, Yusuf and other people say Mazi have said something about something before. But I don't know. But when I came in, I made mention of what I heard and I commented on that. You see, somebody came here and said that now that EFCC has released that is shame. No, that shame on those people. That no, that's not true. As I have said, EFCC is not obligated. And even that statement, they said series of financial malfeasance. That's what EFCC said. They haven't even said anything. I gave an example of Greenwood, where they said fresh evidence as a result of fresh evidence, we acquit him. The people we are now asking the police in the UK, what are those fresh evidence? They did not reveal it. They did not say what the fresh evidence is. That they say fresh evidence emerged due to the domestic violence he did against his girlfriend. They took him to court. After some time, they released him. What the police, they now asked, why are you releasing Greenwood? Is he not supposed to go to court? They said fresh evidence emerged. The public we are not asking. Remember, because when we say, oh, somebody is asking who is very dark man, if all of us know who very dark man is, let's not make it to look as if maybe you cannot equate him. Yes, he might have a lot of people that are following him, but he doesn't hold any public relevance. Let's not make it. Yes, he has some public people following him and he does charity. Yes, excellent. But you cannot equate him with somebody that holds position of trust in this country. That is my opinion. I mean, people might have different opinions, but I hold the opinion that he doesn't hold any position of trust in this country. Now, the police said fresh evidence emerged. People were not asking, what are those fresh evidence? The police refused to say so. Till today, nobody knows what those fresh evidence, and Greenwood was released. What are we saying? Even the statement that EFCC released, did they say anything? They just said due to some financial. What are those financial malfeasance? Did you know? You don't know. You don't know. Did they give you details? They didn't even give you details. They just say financial malfeasance. That is what I'm saying. Very dark man can be arrested. His lawyers, go and ask his lawyer or his nominated family member. It's not just any random person. Go and ask his nominated family member or his lawyer. They will tell you the details of the case. If he's been investigated on some particular financial malfeasance, his lawyer must have been aware. Maybe his lawyer, due to maybe the case is what do the lawyers call it? I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want to say anything now. But the lawyer knows exactly the details. I'm not saying that people, EFCC should not say, oh, we are the people that are arrested. But no, of course, they will say, the very dark man is in our own custody. This is why we arrested him. But they are not obligated to tell you, they can tell you, I'm not saying they shouldn't. If they exercise that discretion, fine and good. But they are not obligated to tell you in details of what exactly is the cost of the matter. Pending whenever they finish their investigation, if you want to know, you can go to court. I'm not saying you should go to court. I mean, you can go during the procession when they arraign him, if they arraign him, you can now go to court and witness what is happening there. You can go and witness it and say, okay, you were there. Very dark man will bring his lawyers. The EFCC will bring their lawyer. The DSS can bring their lawyer. And you will witness. You can go to Abuja. When the case of Ike Mado happened in the UK, all of us, when it was at Osbridge, this thing court. So people that were interested went to the court and listened. The UK government said, yes, he has some issues with human trafficking. But they did not tell you the details. It's until when the final judgment happened. That is when we had exactly what happened. So when we come here and see maybe we are trying to be activists in everything, we are on attack mode every time, it doesn't make sense. Sometimes let us be predictable, let us be unpredictable, let us not be predictable every time. Now, for you to say GTB, and I mentioned it, GTB is owned by some private individual. There are people with shares and everything. But it formed the basis of public institution because the government, which is the state, perform some certain state responsibilities with banks that like GTB. And that is the reason why CBN regulate them. For example, let me give you one example, Mazi. There is what we call a simple example, garnishee order. When a court order issues a garnishee order, for example, if Dr. Nnaemeka is owing somebody and the court now gives a fine, Dr. Nnaemeka refused to pay, the court can issue a garnishee order on all the financial institutions. So when that asking them to reveal the account of Dr. Nnaemeka to them, the courts, and the banks are obligated to do that. It's mandatory. Now, even if Dr. Nnaemeka doesn't have an account in UBA, maybe Nnaemeka has account in Stanbic IBTC and Zenith, and he doesn't have an account in UBA, and UBA did not reveal that Dr. Nnaemeka does not have an account with them, the courts can make that garnishee order absolute in such a way that GT Bank will even pay. So they are performing that function. I'm giving you a simple example. So for people to say, oh, that yes, you can close your account in GT Bank. That is by the way. And for somebody, for Big Daddy that is saying, oh, yes, it affects the reputation of GT, but it can go both ways. I have also seen people saying they are going to open an account in GT Bank. That is also their right. Somebody can say, yes, I can go and open, because of this thing, let me go and open my account in GT. Reputation goes both ways. There are people who say, because of how you treated the very dark man.
I've even called my friend to open an account. Yes, I'm going to open an account. Yes.
Of course, that is his choice.
Because this week runs out, I'm already with a GTB account.
That is fine. I have GTB account, but that I don't. This particular issue does not affect whether I will close or not. But what I'm trying to say is that it goes both ways, and that is their choice. It concerns them. It can affect you negatively, can affect them positively. And now, let me say this thing in terms of public function of financial institutions. Financial institutions are mandated. Let me tell you, I don't know how the very dark man was arrested. I was having this conversation, not online, just face to face with one of my relatives. And we were having this discussion. It's not about maybe government or anything. Frank discussion. That is the reason why I like this type of discussion. And we agreed that financial institutions are mandated to perform government functions. I don't know how very dark man was affected, but if there is way which GT can help EFCC or DSS arrest very dark man, they are mandated to do so. Exactly. They are mandated to do so. So don't come here and say, oh, GT should protect the very dark man because he's their cop. No. It's not so. They are mandated to do so. It's a public institution. I think it's CBO that said, oh, that is yes, I know private, but it is a public institution. The government uses GT and some other financial to perform public functions that other private organization companies might not be able to do. So they are mandated to hand you over. Let me give you an example, Mazi. Those people that are illegal in maybe UK, for example, if you are illegal, the government will, through banks, trace customers where they, because that is the reason why you have to bring your proof of address. They can, through your bank, look at your next of kin, look at your address history, and trace you. And the banks must release those details. It's a must. So for people to come and begin to say, oh, GT Bank did this, I don't know. I don't know how they were, like I said, don't misquote me. I don't know how they were arrested. But even if GT Bank was the ones that called DSS and say, very dark man is here, they are mandated to do so. They are corporate, they are public institutions. They are public institutions. So please, let's not reduce this thing to personal vendetta or personal attack or anything. Let's look at it. If I'm wrong, somebody can correct me. I don't have any issue with that, and I agree with you. And it is a.
Can I ask you?
Yeah, ask me, sir.
Yeah, you were saying something
I want to
about
speak. I beg. What's all this?
No. 5 seconds.
Dr. Kenike, please, just 1 minute. You are
No,
saying
no,
something
no.
No, it's
about
not up to 1
Allow
minute.
them to
Though.
engage. Allow them to engage, I beg.
okay,
We have called you
just
severally.
30
You can
seconds.
engage.
Just let me finish. Just 30 seconds. So,
You didn't call me.
Mr.
When did you
Oyenkati,
call me?
you were saying something
Yeah,
about Mr. Greenwood.
okay, I called you before even
Yeah,
Tina
you
said. You
called
did
him
not respond.
definitely.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you.
Okay, so
Sorry.
you were saying something about Mr. Greenwood, and you were saying something about the Senate, former deputy Senate president. You understand? So I want to find out what you were saying. Are you saying they have the right to hold very dark man more than 24 hours without any substantive
No,
proof?
I didn't
Is
say
that what
that.
you're
No, I didn't
saying?
say that.
Okay.
I
That's
didn't say
what I want
what
to
I
find out.
said that
Okay.
Tina. Sorry, what I said is that they can release information just like they did now because they haven't even done anything. They haven't told you why they arrested very dark man. Hope you know. They just told you he did financial maleficence. What are those my financial maleficence? And this is what I'm saying. They can Greenwood own was that they held him for molesting. In fact, there was video evidence that he was molesting his girlfriend. They held him. They charged him to court. He went to court. Then after some time, they released him. People were not asking, why are you releasing this guy now? In the UK, why are you releasing this guy? They told them that fresh evidence emerged. People were not asking, no. What are those fresh evidence? Tell us. They didn't say it. They released Greenwood. Greenwood is in Marseille now, playing for Olympic Marseille. That's what I'm saying. They can hold I'm not saying they should hold him above the required time, even though I see in EFCC post that they got some order. But that, like you said, Tina, I agree with you. They should conclude everything they need to conclude within 24 hours. That is the reason why they have to have all their evidence before they can go and effect arrest. The issue is that they just need to tell what they said here is financial malfeasance. We don't know what he did. We don't know what he did. But if you now want to know, and let me tell you, his lawyers must have already known. That's what I'm saying. Or if they decide to release it, it is by their own discretion. But for you to know they must. No. No, it depends on depends on their discretion. What they owe you is to tell you this guy is in our custody. We are taking him to court. We are going to charge him. We are going to investigate. That is what they owe you. But the crux of the matter, they don't owe you that. If you want to know, you go to court and go and listen to at the proceeding, or you wait when the judge delivers their judgment. You can know. Thank you very much. I might be wrong, go. Thank you.
Can I go now, Mazi?
Yeah, Doc, please go ahead.
Thank you very much. So there's a problem I have with Nigeria. Part of the reasons why I am anti-Tinubu is the bastardizations of institutions. Now look at the EFCC. The EFCC has edited and deleted a post that they made. Not only did the EFCC bring out a statement wrong, they edited it and edited it again. And you ask yourself a question. This is what me and my brother used to say: unbridled incompetence. Now let's forget whether they arrested a very dark man or anything. That you are releasing a post. You made a mistake. You made another mistake. What nonsense is that? God help us in this country. So are you saying you have no supervisors? So what he meant is that this post you released is out of pressure. Me, I like hard man. If you don't want to release the post, don't release it. Now, let's even read the post. The economic. Now, you see what is the stupid thing that what EFCC did is that they are now confirming what other news agencies reported yesterday. But they were going around shouting fake news. I mean, how stupid is that handler? You were going around shouting fake news yesterday, writing fake news on people's blogs, BBC, Rufai, you posted pictures. But what this statement you released shows that what the people were saying was true. So why did you even go out embarrassing yourself? I mean, I used to be a bureaucrat. This is the bastardization of institutions that I don't like. It makes me sad. I'm very sad about it. I don't like official government agencies should be official government agencies. Conduct your affairs that will give you credibility. The problem is that whether they say it or not, there's a lack of credibility in the government institutions. And I'm sorry, it is so blatant right now. People no longer trust what government institutions put out because they've used propaganda and politics to finish it. Why? Okay, it says the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, in exercise of its mandate tackling economic and financial, invited visit owing to a series of petitions, but the commission is aware of several unguarded attacks. Why the hell would the commission put that second paragraph? Help me, God, help me, 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 help me. So bloody what if he attacks you? Why would you put that? You've already created a line of bias. Why would you put it? It's not important. It is not important. What is so bloody what? Whether you now come and say why such conduct is condemnable. This harassment was not informed by such attacks. Blah, 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 blah. You've killed yourself. You've killed yourself. You know, I remember when I was in optometry school, they will tell you that if a patient has an eye accident and he comes in and, you know, there's a puncture to the eyes, what do you do? What do you do? You start saying, well, you go for first aid. The consultant will tell you if the patient is blind. The patient is blind. 1 minute, the patient is blind. You've killed yourself. Why did you put that second paragraph? So, he insults you. Okay, it's part of life. You're a public agency. People insult you. You've not conducted yourself in the best of manner. Why are you putting that second paragraph? This thing makes me sad. Now, they say the EFCC has a lawful right to hold Ose in custody like any other suspect being investigated by the commission. The appropriate remand order was obtained in this regard. Post the remand order. He has been offered an administrative bail and will be released by fulfilling. God. Okay. So, I've read that. You guys can make whatever that statement means, but I want to go back to something somebody said. And I've been trying to post links. I posted a summary of the administration and
Before you go to that, Kenike, did you just say that EFCC posted the invitation of Yahya Bello?
I said everybody knows. Hold on. EFCC noted the public that Yahya Bello was being invited. Did they not so? Did people not know that?
No, did they post it when they invited Yahya Bello?
They didn't. Again, the EFCC put out a statement that they were inviting Yahya Bello when he refused to come. Did they not do so? They did so. So
it is when they stage that gunfire is that so many people are now saying, oh, there is no invitation, and they started saying the same thing.
Mazi, hold on. They put a notification for Achimogu, the girl they just arrested. They not put her in the papers. Have EFCC not put people's pictures?
No, you and I know that every governor they have suspicion on, they must put them on watch list before they step down.
So let's remove the governors. Let's remove the governors. Mazi, EFCC has put out pictures of people who were not governors. Yes or no?
Yes, wanted now.
Beautiful.
Wanted. Maybe because they have sent several invitations. I don't know
why you're interrupting. They've put out pictures of people. What are you arguing about?
But not warrant, not notice now.
The people that they put out pictures of people are again
wanted. They have invited them before, they refuse to appear. Then they now put out the picture of wanted.
Imagine what you're saying makes no sense. Hold on, I didn't interrupt anybody. What you're saying makes
no sense.
All this now, mute your mic. If you have invited people several times, I'm reading to what the EFCC said. They're the ones that said so. You've invited him several times. What are you talking about? EFCC has put pictures of people they've invited several times. What are you arguing?
Yes, I know. Me and you are saying the same thing. Maybe you're not understanding. Right? Maybe if you calm down, you will understand where I'm going. They invited those persons that you are talking about, and they did not show up. They put out the picture and said they are wanted. It's not invitation. It's an invitation.
So that's what I'm saying. So Mazi, what I'm saying is that if EFCC claims that this guy has denied requests to be invited, they should have put out a notice for him. They should do it right now with this statement they read. They should put out a notice that they've done. So it would, again, I am trying to help the EFCC to quell the credibility problem that they have. Now let's go to the I'm trying to help them. If they claim, again, the problem it EFCC is not very dark, man. The problem people have is the credibility crisis that the EFCC has. The EFCC is not credible. So people look at them, they have a credibility crisis. Though let's even go to the ACJ Act. Let's even read it because I'm a bit confused with what somebody was saying about arrest and warrants. So let me post a full link. It's 292 pages. I don't know whether people have that energy to read through, but I'll let me post this one. Okay, no, I've already posted this. Let me pin it on the top. It's nothing difficult. I just don't know why somebody couldn't do it. But anyways, so let's go to the first one. Now, this is one from FIDA. You know what FIDA is? Thank God there's a lawyer here. Her name is Soft Life. She's a lawyer. I'm sure she's a member of FIDA. So I'm going to go to the summary of it. Now, this is a summary. This is not the full act. So let's go to tools for so this FIDA was basically about women and everything, but I want to go to something that I found very interesting in the FIDA Act. So if you go to the third 1, 2, 3, 4, if you go to the fourth page and go to the second paragraph, you will see that the ACJ has 495 sections divided into 49 parts, which spread across every aspect of the criminal justice system. More so, the Act regulates more than just criminal procedure. It covers in most part the entire criminal justice process, from arrest, investigation, trial, custodial matters, and sentencing guidelines. Unlawful arrest. This is one provision which is very much welcome in the sense that under Section 10, Section 10(1) of the CPA, that's Criminal Procedure Act, the police could arrest without warrant and any person who has no ostensible means of sustenance, who cannot give a satisfactory account of himself, which provision was greatly abused by the police as a ground to arrest people with indiscriminately, but has been deleted by the ACJ of 2015. So I want you to know that unlawful arrest without a warrant has been cancelled. The police now cannot arrest persons in lieu of suspects, where actual arrest is entitled to notification of the cause of arrest. Again, this is the ACGA. So I want to see that part. And shall be accorded humane treatment, having regard to the dignity of his person. Furthermore, gone is the era where police gets involved in civil matters or even simple contracts, or use their power of arrest as a weapon to intimidate or oppress parties. It is now illegal for police to arrest parties over civil wrong or contract under the ACGA. Under the ACGA, plea bargain. So I don't talk about plea bargain. So that's just
So which one talks
that's
about the midnight own? We want to know the
so
mid.
that's I've been looking for it. So that is, again, you can see the clear. I just read that summary. That's from FIDA, Federation of International, it's a women lawyer association, very popular. So let's go to, because again, when people come up and say these things and you ask them, quote the section I'm talking about, to know that the ACGA was heralded as one of the good acts. So let's go to, so I've pinned up, if you go to lawyer is a lawyer blog. I've pinned up everything, but this is too long. But we are going to go
No,
to
Kenike,
part one.
sorry. Can you quote that section of the Constitution where it states this thing, not whether they heralded it or whatever. Just state it so that you see.
I know. I gave it a summary. Now I'm going to read the act because the person mentioned the act.
Exactly. Just read the act. That is what we want to hear.
So I want to read. Let's go to preliminary arrest, bail. That is arrangement of sections. Part 1, preliminary, purpose, application, arrest generally, mode of arrest, no unnecessary restraint. So let's go to it. Part 2. So it's quite a long, because like I said, there are 49 sections. So let me go to that. And this one is just give me 1 second. I even have stuff to do. So let's see. This is part 1. Preliminary. The purpose of the act is to ensure the system of administration criminal justice in Nigeria promotes efficient management of criminal justice institutions, speedy dispensation of justice, protection of the society from crime and protection of the rights and interests of the suspect, the defendant, and the victim. The courts, law enforcement agencies, and other authorities or persons involved in criminal justice administration shall ensure compliance with the provisions of this act. So let's go to part 2. I jumped it up. Now the link is on top. Very simple. Arrest, bail, and preventive justice. A suspect or defendant alleged or charged with committing an offense established by the act of a national shall be arrested, investigated, inquired into, tried, or dealt with according to the provisions of the Act, except otherwise provided under this Act. In making an arrest, the police or other persons making this arrest shall actually touch, confine, unless there is submission, blah, blah, blah. A suspect on the fine may not be handcuffed, bound, or subjected to restraints, except there is reasonable apprehension of violence or an attempt to escape. The restraint is necessary for the safety of the suspect, defendant, or by order of the court. Except when the suspect is in actual course of commission of an offense, or is pursued immediately after the commission of an offense, or has escaped from lawful custody, the police officer or other persons making the arrest shall inform the suspect immediately of the reason of the arrest. The police officer or the person making the arrest, or the police officer in charge of a police station, shall inform the suspect of his rights. This is not, this is not important. The free legal blah blah blah. A person shall not be arrested. Provide blah blah. A person shall not be arrested in place of a suspect. A suspect shall be accorded humane treatment regards his right. Blah 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 blah. A suspect shall be arrested. A suspect shall not be arrested mainly on civil wrong or breach of contract. A suspect shall be brought before the court as prescribed by the Act or any other written law, or otherwise released conditionally or conditionally. The arraignment and trial of a suspect for a crime shall be in accordance with the provisions of this Act, unless otherwise stated in this Act. When a suspect is arrested by a police officer or a private person, the officer making the arrest, to whom the private person hands over the suspect, may search. This is not what I'm even looking. This is, again, I'm still trying to look. This is part 2. When arrested, blah 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 shall not be. So again, when it is necessary to search a suspect, beg. So, as you can see, if you go through the method of arrest, there is no place where that
So,
person
can you read section 148 and section 149? Can you read that, please?
Of what?
Of the act you are reading, yeah.
Section 148.
And section 149, yes.
Section 148. Okay, let's read it. A search warrant may be issued or executed at any time or any day, including a Sunday or a public holiday. Okay. What does that mean? A search warrant. 149. Where any building or any other thing is placed on liable to search is closed. The person residing in this building, in charge of the building, thing or place, on the demand of the police officer, allow him free, unhindered access to it and afforded all reasonable searches. So, how does a search warrant lead to an arrest? So again, let me read. I've read 148. Let's go to 149. So let me even go to the heading. Serving of validity of process. That's part 17. That comes under 140 to no, this is part 18. Search warrants. That is what I just read. Search warrants. Search warrants. So again, let's go. Where access to the building or place cannot be so obtained, the police officer or other persons executing the search warrant may proceed in the manner prescribed by section 9, 10, 12, and 13 of this Act. Where a suspect in the building, things or place really suspected of considering on a special article for which a search warrant shall be, the suspect may be searched. Where the suspect may be searched is a woman, she shall be searched by another woman and may be taken to the police station for that purpose. So again, I've asked you guys, what I just read was search warrant. Please tell me where they said you can go in the Act. Thank you. So that's all I wanted to say.
Okay, Favor, so you have a question for him. Go ahead. Favor.
Oh, thank you. I just want you to complete the reading of that 148 and 149.
So, Favor, if you have anywhere, you just read it so that to save time. There's no need for maybe just read wherever.
The 148 says, that is 148, section 148, subsection 2 of the AGC Act
Please,
2015.
sorry, Favor, can you post where you are reading so that we can read with you now? So that we know
Okay.
which one is the truth.
Where I am now, you see, I'm even talking somehow. So where
Okay,
I am
no
now, I
way, no
don't
verse,
talk
no
that
verse.
much.
Read.
So provide that the law enforcement officers enforcing the warrant, not issuing warrant. Now that is I'm talking about section 2, subsection 2 of 148. The law enforcement officers enforcing the warrant can resort to force reasonable, necessary for the purpose of when access is being denied. No, that is 149. 148 says can effect arrest if a warrant is issued by the court that the effect of the time of the day, including at night or on Sunday and public holiday. That is 148. A. Then 148 section 2 says that also provide that the law enforcement officers is enforcing the warrant can also resort to force reasonable necessary for the purpose when the access is being denied. So I just read 148 subsection 2 and 149 subsection 2. So I will try and get the full document and post it. Give me like 10 minutes.
Can I ask a question? Mazi?
In the question, is it Kenike?
Not to Kelike, to you and the last speaker.
Ask.
All right, thank you very much. Mazi, when I spoke here, did I speak about a warrant, a legal warrant issued by a competent court of jurisdiction? Did I speak about that?
Yes, he did.
Thank you very much. What is this argument you guys are having right now? Where the person I just read is speaking about a
Grandmaster.
warrant. Just a moment. I want to
Grandmaster.
ask you a question, favor. Let me ask you the question,
Okay.
please. I want to understand the crux of the argument you're having here because I know this discussion is because of the submission I gave. And when I gave the submission, I reacted to what Mazi said, that the police has the right to arrest you anytime they deem fit, including in your house. And when I made a submission, I said, no. A house is different from, it's not a public place. You need a warrant for you to go to somebody's house and arrest them. Was the discussion about them arresting the person in the night, in the day, or was it about a legal arrest warrant or search warrant issued by a judge, a competent court of law? Was that the discussion we are discussing? Because I don't understand what we are trying to do here. Please, can you explain to me that favor? Thank you very much.
Grandmaster, this is not about you. Before you spoke, Mazi and 3 other guys were having back and forth about the manner of arrest. And one of the guys even gave example of EFCC officer going to student hostel in the night in Siena to go and make arrest, that it was against the law. So Mazi was not pushing back to them that the security officer can arrest you anytime. They asked him to provide the law that says that. That was the purpose of this. It wasn't about you. You were not even spoken. You have not spoken when this matter came up.
Okay, so what you are trying to prove to us is that the security officials can arrest you at any time. Favor, is that what you are trying to prove?
That is what the law says.
And where did the law say that they can
have
arrest you at any
warrant,
time?
that if they have warrant, they can arrest anytime, anywhere within the
These are two
territorial.
different issues, Favor. To arrest somebody anytime, anywhere is different from you have an arrest warrant to arrest somebody. These are two different scenarios.
I've never said they can do it without warrant. There was no
But
time
the
I said
argument
so.
was that the security officials can arrest you anytime they deem fit.
I
That was
said
the
this
argument.
wasn't.
No, that is
This
not the
wasn't
argument,
about you.
Grandmaster. Maybe you listen.
This
You listen
wasn't
to what the
about you.
Grandmaster.
All
The
right,
argument is that
sorry.
let me say what I said. Well, let me say the argument. The argument was that the argument was that I think 10 over 10 was the one that made the argument that police people will come into your house with Sienna and arrest you at the middle of the night. And I told him that police can arrest you at any time.
If you read the act, that's not true. Let's not do this.
They
I
can
thought
That
we were
is
arrest you
just
at
not
any
true.
time
That
as
is
far
not
as they
the
have
law.
That is
warrants.
not
They can
true.
arrest you at any time.
You are
Mazi,
saying the
hold on.
two different. You are
Mazi,
contradicting yourself. You are
Mazi,
speaking about. There's a difference between arresting somebody with a warrant and just simply arbitrarily arresting somebody. These are two
so
different situations.
Grandmaster, beg.
Go ahead.
Let's again,
Okay,
Grandmaster. I put up
let me ask if you allow me.
Mazi,
Let me
hold
ask
on.
this.
There's no need to argue
No,
about
no, let
it.
me ask this question. Are you saying that if police has a warrant, that it does not have a right to come and arrest you at 2 a.m.? Is
Oh
that what you're
my
saying?
God. Can we there's no need to
I'm
argue. I
asking
mean, there's
Grandmaster now.
That
It's
was
2
not the
a.m.
Mazi,
argument. With a
What's
warrant,
the
Mazi,
they can
argument?
arrest you
What's the
anytime they
argument?
deem fit.
What's the
Okay, let me
argument?
explain to
Mazi,
you. Okay, let me
Mazi.
please.
No, Grandmaster.
Okay, go
Grandmaster,
ahead,
beg, make I
Kelechi.
go back work. Make I go back work. Make I read them. Make I just read them. Again, this is from the act. I took my time and I went and said, let's confirm what this guy is saying. This is the act. Simple, posted by a lawyered app. I don't know why they bookmarked it. It's not them that wrote it, but maybe they did the work of posting it. Like I said, it is divided into what is it called? How many sessions? 490 something, right? They are part one preliminary. There's part two of the act that says arrest, bail, and preventive justice. What this guy is telling me is to go to part 18 that talks about search warrants. We are talking about arrest in the arrest section of the ACJA Act. What you guys are saying is not true. Don't come and tell me in part 18 when they're talking about search warrants where you can go on any day. The argument was simply about arrest. The act is clear. Mazi, show me in part 2 any section where they said the police can. It's simple. The person that quoted the act said ACGA. I've posted it. Read it through. Don't come and tell me about going to the part of the search warrant. I don't even care. You said they can and I've asked you. Unless you're saying they can arrest, I'm not getting. But you quoted an act, ACGA, that everybody hailed as the greatest. It has come to eliminate a lot of things. No more lawful detention. I mean, it was, don't forget, I was a PDP. Good, that was one of the things they say good luck did. So show me again, the act is there, not my opinion. I've read it. Arrest, bail, and preventive justice. How people can be arrested, how that. That was what that part 2 dealt with. You're coming to read, tell me to read section 149, which is under search warrants. Again, I've read it through. That doesn't still say talk anything about arrest. But I've read the part about arrest to you guys. Show me. It's simple. You quoted it. I yield.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you.
Mercy, give me like 10 minutes, please.
Yeah, thank you. So let's have soft life. Let's have a lady. Then we'll have Polonium. Polonium, are you there? I didn't know whether you're there.
I'm here, but I'd rather listen to Soft Life first.
Yeah, let's have her. Then you go. Yeah.
You know, she's a lawyer, so she will have more insight.
Hello everyone. Good afternoon. I just came here because I got tired of Onyeka saying GT is a government institution or a public institution. Please, Onyekachi, GT Bank is not a government institution, neither is it a public institution. As much as we want to say what we want to say, we want to try to prove our points. Let's not come and be saying what we know is not the right position. Please, GT Bank is not a public institution, neither is it a government institution. And I think you know that.
Am I the only person?
No,
Thought it
she's
was my
off.
network actually. I
She's
think she
off.
lost her network.
She's lost there.
Onyekachi, I know clearly that she's coming to press your neck. Let me drop her.
Yeah, you
Because
see, Maz,
Maybe she had a phone call.
I have already saw
it's
it.
not about pressing. It's not about pressing neck. We can debate. If she has
Yeah,
superior, why not?
let me bring her back up. I think we lost her network. She lost her network. So, well, I didn't know where she's coming from. I believe she will come up and say,
Oyekachi already
I
said
didn't
it
know.
can be corrected now. He said he doesn't know. He said it can be corrected at the end of his statement.
I don't really know. This thing is not about ego. This thing. I mean, yes, we can use it to learn. I know that GT perform public functions. That is what I know, and I didn't have degree in criminology or economics or anything. So
Onyi, I think this is what you're trying to say, right? First of all, GT Bank is a publicly traded it's a PLC. So the stocks of GT Bank is traded on the Nigeria Stock Exchange. Therefore, meaning that its ownership structure is diversified amongst millions of Nigerians who own the shares. That's number one. Number two, banks in Nigeria are publicly regulated, and when you are within the confines or environment of a bank, there are certain expectations that you're guided by certain laws. You know, how you conduct yourself within the banking premises is required by law. You cannot go there and go and misbehave. You know, so by virtue of the fact that these institutions are not just we cannot. I agree with you that you cannot, in as much as the ownership structure is private. You know, it was started by some private individuals. Every one of us in Nigeria know that when you go to a banking environment, if you go to a bank, it is more like it is.
Another one. Am I the only one again? Can anyone hear me?
I think it's network as well. And then Oyekachi, I think where you're coming from is actually like being a bank that is governed by the Central Bank of Nigeria, or they are under the Central Bank of Nigeria, the rules and regulation. I think they are also mandated to assist security agencies in terms of money laundering, financial crime,
exactly, that
such
is where
a
I'm
fraud and
coming
stuff.
into.
I think it's
Yeah,
the way you
thank you
put
very
it,
much.
yeah, that they can share information with relevant agencies in terms of money laundering and financial crime and so on, according to the CBN guidelines, because they are actually regulated by the Central Bank of Nigeria. So
That's what I'm saying. And they perform other government functions. For example, distribution of currency and collection of currency. They can aid the what is it called, the CBN, to receive currencies and to distribute it
they
as well.
sell treasury bond as well. They sell treasury bond for the government. So,
And so that is why I'm not saying that it is owned by the government. It's private, but they perform. Now, what I'm trying to say is that if there is something that the government want to hold you for, the banks can aid them in just like you talk about money laundering. The banks can assist them in doing it, and they are mandated to do so. They are mandated to do so. If not, they might even receive sanctions from the CBN. So I'm not saying that it is not I mean, it is not privately owned or anything, but it performs government functions, and it's not just in Nigeria. So if, for example, you are in a bank, you think maybe your bank will protect you from government. If government want to get you, if there's something you did and government want to get you, the bank cannot protect you. In fact, they will even act in cahoots with the government agencies to make you to face the law. That's but just like I said, Soft Life is a lawyer. If she has a superior distance, that's fine. That's very good about it. Thank you.
I think she's back. Let's hear from her. Let's hear from her.
Onyeka, wisdom for
Cancel, be a gentleman. Cancel, be a gentleman. Be a gentleman. Let's allow lady to speak.
wisdom for them.
Okay. Soft Life. Hold on. Let him
No.
ask.
Wait. No. Let's Soft Life talk. No. Let's Soft Life talk. We need to hear from her professional.
I'm not even here to speak as a professional or anything, but I believe we just know that. I mean, as much as I get the point you're trying to make, of course, the financial institution is not going to sit there and support crime or any form of criminality or anything. If anything at all, they work hand in hand with the government. Still doesn't make them. So I think maybe it's the wrong choice of words saying that, because earlier on you had said they're a government institution and you went up to say they're a public institution. I don't think that's a correct thing to say. So while we understand that, of course, the bank is not going to sit down there, and the bank is not there to protect anybody. Why should the bank protect anybody? Are they the police or security agency? So we should not say the bank is a public institution, especially a bank that is privately owned, funded by the money of investors and all of that. No. We shouldn't say that. But I'm not here to argue ACJA or any other thing. I'm just here to listen to all the submissions and anything you people have to say.
Mazi, sorry, I had a phone call. When you say the bank
here to lecture anybody, but because it is called yes.
No. Soft life, you are doing us a disservice if you are saying you are not
Please,
here to. You need to ask. See, there are things we might not know, and for the purpose of that is why we are discussing.
I'm not here to educate anybody. I
Okay,
beg,
no
thank you
wahala,
very
no
much. You
wahala.
can ask that
Okay,
GPT or Google.
thank you. Okay, so Mazi, like I was saying before, I had a
Sorry,
phone call.
Polonium, just a second, please. I think maybe, let me ask you this question. Is it that maybe I think there's a misunderstanding here? There's a difference between government owned and public owned. I don't know. I think this is
Yeah,
where we are
I do
mistaking
not think
things.
I do not think that that's what Onyi was saying. I didn't think that Onyi meant that. Of course, Onyi is intelligent enough to know that the bank, he knows the origin of the bank. He knows. Onyi was
I
not in
don't know
any
if you
way
are
saying that.
conflating public to
I
mean
listened to
government,
him
you know.
say that
Onyi was not in any way
GTB.
saying that the bank
I
is a federal
listened to
government
him say that
establishment or a
GTB is
state
a
government
government
establishment.
establishment. He said it. He actually said it
No,
is
no,
a
I didn't
No,
say
government
no,
government.
no, no,
establishment.
no, 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 no.
No,
What
no, no,
Onyi
no.
said is a
And
public,
he
and
said,
government will work on the public interest. That's what Onyi said. It's a
What I'm
public
saying is
owned
that
institution.
yeah,
So that is what
Mazi,
he said.
I heard him say it. He went on to say it is a public institution in the light of being controlled by the government. And I'm just trying to tell him that no, that's not the case.
But
So
it's
you
being
can't
regulated
tell
by
me I don't
government.
know
It's
what
being
I'm
regulated by
saying.
CBN. It's not being regulated by CBN.
Still doesn't make it a public institution.
by
It's still
institution,
not a,
Mazi.
and because it is a
No,
PLC.
no, no, no. What Onyi meant is that that bank is a public
Mazi, I know
institution,
what I meant. You
and the
cannot tell
government
me
will
what you
work in
meant.
protection of public institutions.
Mazi.
Still
Hold
not
on,
a
I
oh.
think
public
that is what he meant.
institution.
He don't do, he
It is
don't
still
do.
not a public
He don't do,
institution.
he
I
don't
know
do.
what he meant.
He
I
don't,
know
he
what he
don't
said.
do, he don't do. What I meant is that banks perform public, government use bank to perform public functions. That is what I mean. I didn't say that government established. And I mentioned Tony Elumelu and the Agbaje and the rest of them are people that owns this bank or have highest shareholders in this bank. And other people have shares in this bank. You understand? I am not there, but I have corporate experience in banking for you to know. So I'm not trying to try to argue with you on that. What I'm trying to tell you is that government uses bank to perform public functions. And I gave examples of those kind of functions they can use them. The other guy, Tina, made mention of anti-money laundering. And I made mention of what is it called? Currency distribution and withdrawal of currencies. That those ones are being mentioned. Like I said, I stand to be corrected, but I'm not saying that government own them. I didn't say government own bank. I only say that CBN regulates
Oh,
the
yes,
bank.
actually, you were talking on this space earlier when you said it is government owned. I heard you say
I
it.
say it's
That's why I
government
came
owned.
up.
Soft life, you are distracting us a bit. I thought I thought
Polonium,
you,
I'm
you
not
I
came
say
up
supposed
to
it's
to
come and
government
educate
please
us
owned.
on,
mute
give
your
us a
mic.
legal background.
I
You
didn't
will not,
say
you're not
government
going
No,
to
owned.
you are
educate.
distracting us. Please, let's
You
continue
are
the
We
not
asked
the
you to
host
conversation.
teach
of
We
us.
this
know
You
what
space.
say
Onyi
you say you are
meant.
not going to educate us.
You are not the host of this space. You will not tell me what to
But
do.
No,
no,
I'm
but
not.
you
So
told
I'm
us
we are
not.
not
that you are
going to
not
do
going to
that.
educate us. I didn't
You are
say,
not going to do
but
that. I am
Mazi,
not
but
educating you. I
Mazi,
am having a
but
conversation
soft
with
life. Wait,
you.
Mazi, did I say that?
I'm not educating you. I'm having a
Okay,
conversation with
wait,
you.
Mazi, did I
I'm
say,
Polonium. You're not the host of this space. So you can, if Mazi is uncomfortable with it, he would have told you.
Mazi, wait, let me ask Mazi, did I say that banks, them, it is government owned?
Onyi, there's no need now. Onyi,
Uh-huh.
I
But
just
even
checked,
if maybe he said
Mazi, hold
that,
on.
what he has said it
Mazi,
can be corrected at the end of his statement. He said it that it can be
hold
corrected.
on, please,
He
now,
said it that is
please.
government owned. And
I just
Polonium, I'm
asked
not here to educate you whether
ChatGPT, Mazi,
GTB is PLC and then why is it
Mazi,
public.
please. I
That's
just asked
the next thing now.
ChatGPT here now, and I said, is a public limited company
Ask ChatGPT, is
regarded
Guarantee
as a
Trust
public
Bank a
company?
public institution? A public company is different from a public institution. Polonium, come
Please,
on,
you are
don't
not
do
here to
that.
educate anybody now. Can you free us?
I have to do with
Since you say you don't
ChatGPT.
want
A
to
public
educate us,
institution is different from a public company.
so why are
Haba
you now
now,
We
why
do.
are you
educating
Thank
us
you.
now?
confusing
Thank
me?
you.
Why are you
Thank you.
educating
Don't
us now?
educate us anymore.
Why are
We'll
you
go and
I
educate
educating
will
us?
ourselves.
educate you. No, no, no. At this point, I take back my words. I will educate you. What do you mean? How is a public institution saying? Please, Polonia, don't do this. If you want to ask, give ChatGPT the right prompt. Is Guarantee Trust Bank a public institution? It is different from a public company. A private. Oh Jesus! Please, please, thank you very much.
Okay,
Mazi,
Sunflight, you
one
don't
small
win. No,
question
you
to
don't
help
win. I
everyone
said it's a
understand.
government owned. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Anyways, okay, let's allow Problem to
Mazi,
speak.
please, can I
Can I
give
give
my
my
submission
submission
now,
now? Yeah,
Mazi?
Problem, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you. I should have allowed Dr. Kedeke to. Anyway, he had finished what he was reading, which was very enlightening. And from what he read, I gathered a couple of points that we have conversed on this space, which is something that Onyi had said, and he talked about that Guarantee Trust Bank as an institution, had under the law the right to have, if they felt that the suspect or a particular individual has committed a crime, the law, holds them responsible to have held that person, till the police, made an arrest. And from what we have read here, you see that the public individuals are also given the right, to help policing and security of operatives in terms of making an arrest of a suspect or something like that. But let me say this: I want to appeal, because everyone on this space, people have talked about withdrawing monies from GTB Bank and everything and all that. I want to appeal to Nigerians not to take that action, because when we have mass citizens, high number of citizens withdrawing their funds from an institution like that, it has consequences. And we cannot claim that the economic situation in the country is hard, and then we have citizens who are, carrying out mob activities like this, especially those who are not informed. So I want to appeal to Nigerians: do not. Yes, your deposit is your right, and you can challenge the institutions. You can withdraw your money. Your deposit, in fact, is your money, and by law, at any time your deposit is demanded, it should be given. But I want to appeal that we should not do it, because such an action, has consequences. You might feel, okay, I'm supporting this person, let me go and withdraw my money. But you've forgotten that you have a family member who probably has shares in the bank. You have a family member or a distant relation who is working in the bank, who is depending on that bank for their income, for their daily sustenance, some of which, comes round to you as an individual or as a family, as a collective. So you cannot say the economy is hard and then you're taking further actions to damage the economy. Clearly the bank came out and said that this gentleman was not arrested within their premises. He had conducted his business and had left the banking premises. And unlike EFCC, they had a video evidence to show that he had conducted his business within the banking premises and had gone. So you do not, the bank is not complicit. The bank is not complicit. So I want to appeal to Nigerians, please. That is not how we solve issues like this. And from what we've read here today, we can clearly see that a lot of us Nigerians are misinformed, about how these things go about. And the conversation about whether somebody can be arrested in the dark or in the night, me personally, I sometimes I tell people, I say, listen, you do not know the benefit of the Nigerian police until you are in a situation where your life is threatened. If you have not been robbed, if you have not had that danger, fear for your life like this, that you need the security operatives to come in and deliver you, you will just keep, talking on spaces. And, I'm not, yes, the police, the security operatives in Nigeria, they have so much work to do. So much work to do. They have given us such bad name. They have abused their powers, they have abused the laws, they have broken the laws themselves, they have gone about their business in very, very discouraging manners, and giving us bad names as Nigerians. They have so much to do. But in criticizing them, let us criticize them with objectivity. Let us criticize them with facts. I do not think that a criminal, imagine if I have somebody, maybe there's a neighbor of mine who's an armed robber. I do not think that an armed robber needs to be given a letter by the police before they go in there and arrest him. I do not think that somebody whose operations is a threat to our public safety, needs to be accorded any particular finees or larges, decorum before you go in there and arrest him. Because when these people attack civilians, when they attack Nigerians, they do not pity. The armed robber will go there and kill anybody and rob the person. So why should the police, take it any less easier with him when they're arresting him or them? So that's my 1 cent. And please, once somebody is confirmed to be a criminal, let the police go in there, let the security operatives go in there at any time that is convenient for their operations and arrest that individual. When that is done, please let them go about it within the ambience of the law. Let them go about it within the provisions of the law.
I have questions
also,
for you, Polonium. Okay,
also, I do not think that the nations are not built by, I don't know where to even call this VDM guy. I don't know how to describe him. I do not think that nations are built like that. I'd rather have working institutions than 1,000 VDMs. I'd rather have that our public institutions are delivering to the public in the way and manner that they should than have 1,000 VDMs. No country was built, no Western civilization was built with the likes of VDMs. So I don't, for me, that's not a way to go about it. And this individual has, on many occasions, I saw a video of him saying that he knows EFCC officials who are corrupt and all those things. He should carry that information, stop castigating the institution and go and give it to them. He has libeled a lot of people. That's not how we build a country. That's not how we build a nation. So please, while the institutions need to get it right, we the citizens need to behave. When I saw all these rampage, people protesting, living, they don't have jobs. Because first of all, you are protesting for somebody that you do not know his crime. You don't know what crime that he has committed. You only know he was arrested. The people who arrested him, they have a justification to arrest him. Why don't you wait and know the crime before you go and protest, before you go and hit the streets? The government is doing whatever they can do to try and, fight security. And then we have people who are running around the street in the name of protest, trying to go and burn down banks. I don't understand. Let us know what we are facing. Thank you, Mazi. I yield.
Questions, Polonium.
I also have questions too for you.
Okay, can I ask you questions, Polonium?
Ask my brother.
I hope you heard the S at the end. All right. Let me engage you first of all. My brother, thank you very much for your submission. That's a very weird one coming from you, but I understand. The first question I have for you, Polonium, is this: do you think that the comparison you made here between VDM and an armed robber is a fair comparison on VDM? That is the first question. Do you think that is a fair comparison?
No, I did not. Sorry, Grandmaster. That would be very, very unfair. I don't do that. I did not compare him to armed robbers. When I was making my submission and using armed robbers, it was a conversation about. It was a conversation about insecurity and how the operatives should go about it. When I talked about VDM, I talked about VDM.
Okay, thank you. Okay, my next question is this. Please, as somebody who is not very learned, can you explain to me, even though, let me...